Yeah, RJ got responsible and started. Stop doing it.
He's got to keep that defense low.
I'm trying to keep that.
Well, I believe everybody can still hear me, but I think we might have an issue. We might be looking at potential reboot here. In the meantime, I will continue to commentate the
There's $1 if anybody can guess his defense.
12.
Wow.
Dude, I'm thinking
action.
I'd give me 15.
We haven't had
I
that.
haven't played that many hands.
Take that divided by half, add a half, add a half. So
10? 12. Or 12.
15 divided by half is 7 and a half. Add a half.
Oh,
8. There you go.
Man, I'm rolling right now. The 2 times I put money on the pot, it got back to me and it was like $90.
They let anybody in here.
I know.
Yeah.
I should have stopped you before, man.
I know.
I'll buy you dinner if we win and quit.
Thursdays are a different breed than you guys. You guys are too good.
And it looks like we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And you may need to sign out of your YouTube and come back in order to
Can't lose.
catch all of the action here.
They don't want any action. All they got to do is raise me.
And I am not a technical person. I have slept at a Holiday Inn Express before.
My VPIP's over 10.
But yes, Wendy, Nate did win that, so Nate now up over 900. And Nate with shout-outs to Alyssa and Logan, in case you missed that.
Down 7.5.
Down 7, yeah. Microsoft went down 2 points.
I mean, it might be negative.
You're going to hear the player audio for a little bit, but I'm going to go out real quick and check the screen in the main room.
What do you meant, real raise?
Yeah, real raise.
It's an almost main thing.
Not much more.
You only raised it $9. 21 would be the main.
I call.
Come on.
Oh,
I call.
call.
Almost flush is better.
Forgot the.
Get out.
Good.
I say who's got screwed on that 6.
It's the nastiest turn card in the decade.
Yeah. What plays or no?
You are live.
Your ace of clubs plays or no?
I figured I was live.
Probably, I just don't have many ways to win, right?
Come on, man. A little slow. A little slow.
9-7 a dime.
279.
Oh, yeah. That's, like I said, that's the nastiest
That's a
turn card.
word, yeah. I think my pop
Anything.
Yeah.
Thinking, okay, I'm taking that card,
I
and
would've
it's
probably
not
been
that
like-
one.
I'd
Not
put
the
it in
six
if
of
that was a
clubs.
king of spades, or if that was a 6 of spades, or anything but a club.
I think it was,
Why
but
you
it's the same
doing
yesterday.
You're right.
What are you doing?
I drawn thin, Tyler. We drawn real thin.
You did a real big move, Eddie. I don't like you anymore. Draw all this out. I said you were cool. I just beat a dick. Why don't you ask me if they want to run it twice? Yeah, come on, Eddie. Yeah. What do you think? Twist the dagger, too. Jeez.
Once or twice. Let's do it 3.
That's what I always say when people are asking before the cards are exposed, and then you see it, oh, we're running it twice, and it's like, you guys drawing figures. playing that shit. Oh, cash.
There's a 3-bet, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a 3-bet, but then you're playing king.
You knew it was coming. You need any more?
Yeah, I gotta go get cash.
No, tell me. Oh, you gotta get cash.
How much you
getting?
200.
You transfer.
He's had 200.
Yeah.
Hope so, you just took his money.
Well, worst case scenario, you're not out.
Not just one club, man, 2?
Yeah, he did it. I'm just standing there.
Puts the nastiest turn.
That is something that he would do.
Tip him if you don't want me to. Let me tip
Gotta make it look good for TV, guys. That's what I'm here for. For entertainment purposes.
Here for my rating. I like it.
Yeah.
All your followers.
Yeah. For your fans. The subscribers.
Neil. Yeah, Neil does that too.
Get out the knit chips, we'll change it.
20.
20.
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts.
I already bought tickets.
They're about to announce the winner.
Oh,
Gotcha.
anybody but Buddha, I'm cool.
I got my dude out there.
Unless he has a win, we all win.
Cheryl's out there gonna get it.
Watch somebody pull that shit like first card out the room today.
Since it took so long last time, I see how it goes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You just start over again.
So yeah, restart, yeah. Except the next one won't be as high. It'll be 5,000.
Okay, everybody, we have made it through that little technical glitch, and thank you very much for staying with us. We appreciate it. Many of you, or all of you, I think, had to go out of the YouTube and come back into it to make sure that it's there.
I said
Let's talk about this one real quick.
We were just talking about that.
Wow.
Look at this dude, man. He is the luckiest guy I know. I'm not playing, man. What the fuck? He is the luckiest.
6, 7, 9. We have got an action flop here.
I know, that's why I won.
Dennis flopping a set of 9s, 100 in the
I
pot.
put that hate on Buddha so he gets to draw.
He's going to bet 45 here.
There's 500 tickets, 4 of them are his.
I wrote Buddha on my tickets though.
Nate, not much there, but Bob has middle pair, open ender,
Oh, I guess I wrote
so he makes the call.
That's what got pulled.
D5, open ended.
Yeah. 100. You get 10% of when a Joker's pulled.
I knew it was a waste of 30.
Tyler with a gut shot. He gets out of the way. Not a bad idea considering I think the 8s are gone just about.
So, you know.
And there's a brick. Dennis still in a commanding lead here with the set of 9s.
The girl that hit last week, it was like 30, 31, 31,000.
80? 80 is
31K.
Well, I mean, it was only 10 cards left. Yeah, 8 cards, I think.
I can't believe they called his name.
Yeah,
It's just
I know.
He got pulled like 4 times in the last one.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even get it. I mean, I've never seen.
Last time I played
Well,
that,
for a while there, he was buying like $100 worth of tickets every time. So.
Yeah, but there's about 400.
Yeah.
He had 200 plus another friend of his has 200.
And Buddha's name drawn again. Once again, he's of course he buys a lot of tickets, but he did not hit the Queen of Hearts.
Oh.
He's going to get $100 for at least drawing a card, getting his name drawn.
Awesome.
I
He
believe.
said he spent 50 and won 100. So. But next week he'll
double that.
He'll use the 100.
He'll use that 100.
He'll use the 100 that he got this week.
Yes, Buddha getting his name drawn. So the Queen of Hearts will continue to grow. The jackpot will be even bigger. I'll give you an update on that shortly. And Dennis did not like that run out, even though he's got the set of 9s.
Good pull.
And D5 catches up. Sorry, folks, I missed that.
Scary board.
But D5, who lost a big hand to Nate just a little bit ago, had to re-up.
The table is rooting for you, I promise.
Yeah, we're rooting for your 100. Somebody's got to be the first donkey to pull a card.
You draw like the 7 of clubs.
10 of clubs.
8 of clubs, 8 of clubs.
That guy said 10 of clubs.
Down 3.
Did you add the 3? C2's adding 3.
Honestly, with the turnouts they've been getting Saturday on the drawings, I mean, it'll probably be a lot higher this time if it goes that far.
I think Carrie's past the million.
What?
I think Carrie's past the tournament in the millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
It will really jump for that. that makes it to April, it'll be huge.
Everything's gonna get bigger
Once they, yeah, even once they move over there.
You're gonna have a lot more people coming in from around all over the place, all over the country, really.
Once you get over 20 grand, you'll start getting people travel.
Well, like I said, in the area alone of Ohio, there's like $3 million tournaments going on. Mad River's this one. Here will be April, and I think there's an MSP.
All right, back to the action. Kodiak under the gun with 9-8 of clubs. He's going to raise to 10. Electric is going to make the call. Bob coming in with King Jack. D5 in position, going to bump it to 30 with Ace 3.
We got a tournament next week, the Faded Forum for $1 million World Series. He's playing in that.
Pocket 10s for Tyler. He's going to push all in here.
I might head out there. I don't know.
That was a little bit.
It was okay.
I think they said
180 is the bet.
They give away a seat and $2 in cash to the
He just sent me a
main event.
text, there's 23 people that won seats, so I was one of them, but I mean, there's probably.
They'll probably give away at least 2 seats.
A couple seats for sure, I would think.
Yeah, because they give
And
you
if anybody's going to give him action, it's D5, but he lets it go, so Tyler takes a profit there of $63. And Tyler with shout out to Jack and Justin.
So you gotta take off at least 100.
Tyler's first time here in the building, first time on the live stream, as is Nate's first appearance. It's also Dennis's first appearance on the live stream, even though he's been here before playing tournaments. So 3 brand new faces.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Are they doing showdowns today, or they're already doing them?
Ticket plus $2,000 expense money.
Like that. I thought that was,
And yes, Maddie, we are back. Rebel, I'm glad you found that information.
Collect money, you deal in Omaha.
We've never done it before. Or was that like, he's only been a year and a half here.
And I think you had a question, Rebel, on the Millie. The starting
I'll get a showdown.
starting blinds are $100 and $240,000 starting stack.
Yeah. I was like, I'll collect the money and deal out an Omaha board. I'd say everybody knows how it works. I don't think you need like that.
Nate raising it up, making it $12 with Queen 9 of hearts. Here comes D5. Jack 3 of clubs.
Raised to 80.
Yeah.
And the 3-bet from Kodiak to $80 with King 5 of clubs.
Getting it in my head.
Nate calls him. Rainbow board 784.
120.
Kodiak continuation bet here, 120. Currently in the lead by virtue of his king.
He bet 120 and then I know we can hear you back there. Yeah, yell at him all you want. We like hearing it.
And Nate is going to raise this and make it 275. Rebel, I believe the 50 is correct. Sorry about that.
at mine. You can count.
300. Let me see real quick.
400, 450, 500. Go over.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna be building dust on match chips. I'm on lockdown. I'm on boot. I'm on boot already. The only two hands I've seen is like $90 before even I get to do anything. Just makes your decision easy.
Oh, yeah, it makes it real easy.
Okay. I was never called. Could have jammed on you or it was cool.
Right hand, Nate.
Min click was weird. I do that with 10s, it's real bad. Don't
So
do that.
Nate now takes his stack up over 1,000 Buddha at 1,500.
Ryan, you want to straddle?
Everybody buying in here for 500 tonight. I believe D5 had to put another 500 out there after getting felted by Nate earlier. Dennis added 300 to his stack.
You can find out later, but.
That's I forget that I can watch it back.
Yeah.
Bob's the only one that ever wants it to be mandatory. Everybody else is fine with optional.
I like how him and
It was real
always
weird.
try
I
to
bought
change
it
it up
straight.
every
You
time.
can't
$10 button straddle.
Something
Sometimes, but I basically just
newfangled
jam aces
routine
on you,
that you
like no repair.
It's like every week it's the same thing. We go through this.
It's just awkward. You made that really awkward.
Like, in Ryan's
Am I
hand,
staring
we
at
always
them?
run it twice.
Not just
It was just clicking
keep
back,
running
and I was
twice.
like, there's even this bet, like.
Yeah, they're talking
You can't have
about.
ace
We never
seven, aces,
rabbit
and eight high
hunt. I'm
board.
like,
What are you
rabbit
doing?
hunt all the
Like-
time. What are you talking about?
I just folded my same hand.
Yeah.
And you can see it on the stream if you put
Like
the
what
face down. and
what
pull
fish
it
will
out,
do
it
when
shows up on the
overpairing a
screen.
high board against a guy who's rip off aggressive.
It shows up as a little rabbit.
Raise to see if he has aces. Well, I'll just jam on you with like ace jack there.
That's
Oh,
what I
easy
just
game.
I just put you on two. I just put you on two overs and just
Way to
kind of
go,
make you make a
Buddha.
decision.
Nice.
If you want to see it.
That's why you're running it so high.
But I will have
$4.
I will have there. I should have.
And there's
all
no
my
raise.
fingers over that.
Yeah.
And I'll just use
$10.
because like I just
There's
don't
no
think
ring
that
anyway. There's no ring anyway.
Because of the 100 times.
I just did it. I almost did it.
Hell of a
just to-
return.
I was like,
The shove would have put me on the hospital.
I was thinking about like I'm just gonna jam
Yeah.
because I block this straight. I have an over. Like you can't have much. Like, then I thought, man, I'm gonna run. You've been pretty tight. I'm like, I'm gonna run right into like 8 and like 7-7.
Yeah.
Like some
Now
weird.
they're, now they're.
I haven't seen you play enough hands to make this move on.
$3, I feel like.
I know it is hard. It's the first time here, so I'm also learning as I go.
I know, dude.
I've
That
seen
was
five.
the
You
best.
can't get them for like 3 for 10 now.
Yeah, they're like 2 for.
One club
It's
on
like
that
2
one?
for 8.
Subway used to be $5.
Oh, you were serious?
Yeah, $5 football.
The only
I
reason
worked
made
at
that
Blockbuster.
was
Yeah, I worked at
Yeah.
Blockbuster in high school. We lived across from it. We was right across from the subway. That's where we always went because it was
12.
$5 footlong.
Man, I don't know what you have there. Like, what do you have there?
I used to sing that song in my sleep.
Like, what are you gonna?
Wake
What
up.
are you gonna main click me on the flop?
P.
Well, the sad thing is we had a Quiznos back then in Oregon, but like Quiznos was like expensive.
Nate broke the string.
What?
Yeah, he took down that big pot, and then all of a sudden it
I
froze.
thought it was kind of
Oh my
heavy.
God.
And people could still comment.
Yeah.
They're like, did he win that or what? Did he win? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Yeah, actually,
But now we're back up again.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I can't even watch it back.
No.
What do you have? You gotta know that.
15-minute delay. I was just in there letting them know that we had a little glitch earlier on. We are back in business here. I appreciate everybody going back out and back into YouTube and finding us again.
Most of the time they'll run the
Saturday
stream out there
night,
while we're playing.
our regular Joe poker show here at the Reserve in Toledo, Ohio. And
So if
yes,
you're worried
we
about
have
handling,
hit
15 minutes later,
5,000
just walk out.
subscribers, 29 months of live streaming,
Yeah, don't say.
well over 250 shows in that time. And here at the reserve, we love celebrating our milestones.
Checks around.
What it was.
So Houndhaven has now hit the flush with his Queen 8 of hearts. You can just take a second here to get the graphics caught up. My name is Vic Gager. I'm in here waiting for my partner Brian to join me. He's out there dealing for the 10K in a day. Great turnout for that. Next Saturday will be the first Saturday of the month, which means it'll be the 30K in a day.
Got 105.
You can go to thereservepoker.com and check out all of our tournament information.
Don't have to really buy a White Castle, do you, Cleveland?
So Houndhaven
Not really.
hitting that flush, getting his first pot of the night, and his handle, Houndhaven, his real name is Andrew, to promote his wife's business. It's a dog grooming business
If I just go like
out on Airport in Bern here in Toledo. She also runs a non-profit food pantry
I
from
think I
that
get White Castle
building.
like once every like 2 years, so it's like I like it. People are, oh, how can you eat that? And I'm like,
I honestly can't remember last time I had it.
yeah, it's because it's a rare.
You're good at Chicago.
It's been awesome. Yeah.
You ever been to the White Castle in Chicago? It looks like a castle.
Oh, I know.
Okay, cool.
She was a little.
If I'm in Chicago, I end up at like Illuminati.
Normal days, she comes in bad.
Charlie.
Normal days, like, just be happy about something.
Tell him I said don't.
$10 button straddle.
26.
Nate with pocket fives is going to raise this up, make it 26. There goes one of his fives into the muck. D5 with ace 10. No thanks.
Ain't gonna be that one.
First timer, also Tyler. He's going to make the call with a suited king. Dennis is going to protect that straddle, make the call with Jack 7, so we're going to go three-handed to the flop.
Yep.
9 deuce 8. Couple of diamonds.
Check. Check.
The fives are still in the lead, but a free card.
25.
And it's a brick. So Nate wants to see where he's at with these fives. Bets out 25. Tyler has a piece of this flop with the deuce. And a gut shot here for Dennis, who just lost a big pot to D5 after D5 hit a gut shot. Now Dennis catches up, gets a jack on the river.
Oh, no. Yeah, he doesn't know, you know.
What?
He's got somebody in the car. He's gonna come back.
Yeah, he deals like home games and stuff in the area.
75.
He's cool.
Tyler bets 75.
He's from the east side.
He used to deal over at Deep Stacks when they were open.
And Dennis is going to bump this up.
They were only
He
open
was
like
in
2.5
that
days.
who I was staying.
He dealt there.
He dealt
He
over
did
there.
some.
Well, that's the
That's where I see
the second time they were open.
He deals for Jeff Klingshire.
I just don't think people.
So
wanna
Dennis
talk
takes
about
that one down.
Deep Stacks had the nicest room. Plus they were right.
Dennis from Fort Wayne, first time on the live stream, with a shout out to all of his poker buddies. He said his
Well, like I
people.
said,
I know.
People
I'm just gonna
People
pay you.
back there in Fort
I'm
Wayne.
just gonna pay you whatever you click me back with.
That's one of those kind of the first in the pool gets the best water kind of a thing. Reserve was the first one open, so they got the best clientele.
Well, Jeff used to be partners with these guys, and they had a falling out. So he went and opened his own. It was too late. They already got the bulk of the customers over here.
Oh yeah. So everybody either plays here or Empire.
$10 straddle.
$10 straddle from Bob.
What's my VPIP at now? Am I below 5? Am I below 5?
You gotta be creeping towards
Yeah,
it.
but-
That wasn't already good.
Tyler's going to call with pocket sixes.
Yeah, you sure.
Kodiak going to bump it up with pocket threes. Looks like 50, and it is.
And then they were just like, "Oh, your head laid out."
Nate, no thank you, 7-5.
Oh, you good?
Weak ace there for Hound Haven.
Honestly,
Dolly Parton here for Bob. He needs 40 to complete. He's reaching for chips. He does. Back over to Tyler. He's going to push all in here with his sixes.
It's always the same players up there. They have like their set group of people.
117.
They got their consistent ones here.
117.
Yeah, they got a good game up there, they do.
They always get like 3 or 4 tournament tables. And like
Kodiak makes the call. Bob also needs 67 to complete here.
The 1-2 is very nice, though.
Yeah, you're good.
So we got the potential for a side pot here between Bob and Kodiak. The sixes right now are in the lead for Tyler.
Yep.
Eddie is going to bring us this flop. Jack 10 Queen. Sixes still in the lead.
Check.
Open ender here for Bob.
He was actually.
Oh yeah, I checked.
And now a set of sixes for Tyler. He has to dodge now. An 8 or a king. And he does.
Check and check. Spicy river curve.
It's gonna be this board where people have like,
So Tyler
Or set of sixes.
that's the winner.
triples up there on his all in.
Wow. Look at that river, man. I'm ready to rebuy with that river.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Dodged
god.
some bullets.
That got all bad for you until the turn. It was like, that's a terrible flop.
Yeah.
Great turn.
And the river's like rebuy time.
I was like, oh shit.
That was an Eddie River card.
Matt, you're at -2.
-2? Yeah.
There's a shot of the main room, and we saw the cumulative winnings a little bit earlier, and sure enough, this has changed up. Buddha up 967.
No, it's just
Three
there's
players
just a
in the
huge
green.
emotional, like, oh, that's the worst flop ever.
The other 7 players in the red.
This
is the red pip.
The absolute worst river.
And Bob, D5, and Buddha all over 40%. Dennis at 40%. Matt been very quiet. He did get in a little late. And we're breaking a table there out in the main room.
I'll say sorry for
The
getting
rebuys are over. Re-entries. And I'll get an update here. Actually, the all-knowing eye in the sky might just give us a shot at that
I don't think I can hit 0.
clock that'll show us what the payouts are tonight for our 10K in a day.
What is the lowest it's ever been on stream? We gotta figure that out. I want to know the
It was
history.
single digits. It was like 7.
Well,
He's gonna be close.
I don't know.
The sad thing is, it was on one of the no niche streams. We had a couple guys show up from like, they were pretty far out of town, and man, they were tightwads.
It's
People
not
at
a good
home,
stream to come up to then.
people at home
Three.
today don't wanna
I'm
play
sorry,
Bluffs
heads up
at
action
all.
going to this flop.
They'll call you back in when that.
when you're in the bind.
King deuce deuce. Tyler wants to see where he's at.
He had the queen.
Yeah, right.
He had the queens and made it like
Ultimate
90.
sign of respect.
Yeah, he had the queens.
Tyler
and made it
taking
90
down
before I got
back-to-back
back
pots.
to the 8s, and then I had king queen in the one hand. Somebody made it like 75.
Thanks.
You can ask Booter though. I'm good for some.
You donkey.
I'm good for some stupid.
Justin says, let's go, Tyler.
He'll call you light, buddy, I tell you.
I'm not gonna need to spend these tip chips, so can I just put $3 out there like that?
As long as they're going to the dealer.
Here you go.
Last time you bribed me, you won, remember?
I'm trying.
$10.
I feel like Brian on Thursday won't be in the game for the first couple hours.
30.
I couldn't believe Garrett was as quiet as he was Thursday.
Everybody gets card dead sometimes, man. You just keep looking down at 8-3.
Garrett's not one of those
10-4.
people that like card dead though.
He makes the cards.
Yeah,
He'll make moves.
6-9 and still some under there.
Some consistent.
Okay, some whites for me.
Kodiak with a 3-bet here to 50 with queen 5 of diamonds. He's going to get 2 callers. Another pocket pair here for Nate. The little ones, deuces. And D5 with the nemesis, king jack, and the flop is 7, 8, 10. 2 spades. Check all the way around to a free card. And now Kodiak takes the lead here, hitting a 5 on the turn. Going to check it. Nobody's going to bet it yet. To the river and the board pairs.
Check.
Deuces is a winner.
2 pair.
That's a winner.
Oh, bigger 2 pair.
Didn't someone say 6-9 a second ago?
I did.
That's a crazy flop.
Yeah. That's how you make the hands right there. You do boards like that.
No hand's worth 0.
That's true. Unless you're trying to get a low beef it, then.
Unless you're going for beef, yeah, that's my goal. I'm just here for the conversation.
I'm just here for the pain.
Just wanted to hang out.
Yeah. I don't want to be here.
Miss Eddie.
That's not a reason to be here.
You've been talking about almost half my life. And it's well worth the $60 to sit down. A wise investment. Oh.
Did you say Chop's real name was Jason?
Yeah, I think it's Jason Pete or something. Pete. 15. Pete or Pete? I can't remember. I just know it's Jason.
That's my mother's maiden name.
But yeah.
Well, Kodiak made a raise there. Unfortunately, the graphics missed that. Or no, it was Dennis. I'm sorry. Raising to 15 with queens. That was my error.
Stop being such a fool.
D5, 10-7 of clubs. Tyler, 10-7 of hearts, makes the call. So does Bob with king 8 suited.
Might loosen up the game if you do.
And a set of queens for Dennis right in the window.
Oh, I'll definitely reach like a peak boredom.
The only one that's got another piece of this is Bob with
That's when you run
middle
into this.
pair king kicker.
45.
Wants to see where he's at, puts out 45.
Used up all my room good or
Playing position. Right into
Plop your
Dennis's
set there, and that's,
Yeah.
that's all the money
Set
you're
of
gonna make
queens.
for
Yeah, I
this.
was there for like 2 hours. It was up like 750 and
and a smooth call here from Dennis.
It's a good hourly for big lines.
Yeah. Great.
Now the check mark to Dennis. Nothing for Bob to catch up with. They go check, check, free card.
I really don't. I'm not a big fan of the 2-5 and Hollywood.
It just depends who's there. Like the
It's
people that were there today were
45.
action.
Yeah.
A lot of action guys.
It's usually a lot of the same 6-7 guys, though. That just not.
Oh,
They're not fun. It's-
So Dennis
it's,
takes
you know,
down a
fun.
profit of 91 on that, and he is looking to make a comeback here. He is into the game for 800, so he's inching his way back to even.
The Thursday schedule.
And we are down to 7 tables
You would be
for
like,
tonight's 10K in a day.
Hollywood used to have good
How could you not?
Kill him under the gun strap.
And they had those.
They used to do like a Black Friday one, like an Arctic one.
Yeah, Brian Dennis has had a number of pocket pairs here
One
tonight.
of those big tournament series come in, and they would clear out a section of.
I was like, wow.
Where they have all the crap tables and stuff.
They would clear them all out, and it was always full. And they had
Yeah, I just don't know if they have deal. I think the problem is now probably like the dealer, like the staffing for it.
Oh, yeah, but they could bring, if they wanted, they could make a bank if they wanted to run a big series like that. People would show up from Detroit and Cleveland.
Columbus Hollywood had
When I
the
was
best
deeper.
PT like 2 months ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, we got a dealer change. Young Eric coming
They
in.
asked dealers for the Toledo if they wanted to go down there, but nobody went down there.
Tonight's live stream going till 10:15. Our next live stream will be Tuesday night, 5-hour live stream. That is a $2,000 buy-in, 5-10 game.
Call.
Is that straddle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fold. Fold. Fold.
Oh, that puppy is bluffed.
Call.
Can't let him walk every time.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, not went over
Yeah,
it.
you got a little something, something.
Yeah.
Going nowhere over there.
Buddha's going to bump this up on his straddle with the King 10.
Be a nice spot. Get in here.
Make it 35. And ladies and gentlemen, Brian is joining me, finally getting released. They've let him out of his cage.
I am out of poker jail. Here we are in the booth. It's good to be back. How's everybody doing today?
Well, Brian, we'll talk about a few things here as soon as we get through this hand. It's been an interesting evening so far. We've got 3 brand new faces,
Okay.
2 of them quite young.
Nice. It's always good to see new faces on the live stream.
Yeah, young and young looking. And we've got a really good turnout here on the chat.
Nice hand, Dennis.
Nice hand.
Parroted.
That's when you raise them.
We had a little glitch about 45 minutes ago, and so we're hoping all of the folks that were there watching us, we didn't have to do a 15-minute reboot, which was interesting, but so we're hoping folks will join us. But the big news is, as you can see, I'm ready to pop a cork here.
I see you have a fresh bottle of champagne.
Fresh bottle of champagne, because we have hit 5,000 subscribers.
Wow. What a milestone.
29 months, well over 250 shows.
Wow.
And we've hit the 5K mark, and here, as you know, at the Reserve, we like to celebrate our milestones.
Yeah, we do.
So I'm going to be stepping out here in about 10 minutes and actually pop the cork in the main room.
Okay.
The all-knowing eye in the sky is going to get me on the main room camera.
Yep.
So that we can celebrate that not only with everybody in the main room, but everybody that's watching here.
Oh, good.
On the live stream.
Yeah, because, you know, it's those people who brought us to 5,000.
It is those people.
So they deserve to see it and watch it.
Yes.
I like that.
35. Fold.
Another sweetener.
So I do see the new faces. Who are the new faces?
So they're moaning and groaning because uncharacteristically Matt's
Those are not the 2
VPIP is like at 8% or something. He has just not been seeing any cards at all.
Oh, wow.
Tyler there in seat 9, brand new, coming to us with Tyler from Livonia, Michigan, in that area.
Okay, nice.
Dennis coming to us from Fort Wayne has a lot of Fort Wayne followers, people that we know well, Fearless Joe and some of the others. Here we go, 4-handed to this flop with 144 in the pot.
Check.
And
looks like Headley's not card dead anymore.
No. He finally plays a hand and hits a flop.
65.
65. Fold. Fold. Fold.
Sure you got king. Oh, I definitely have the king.
So Brian on the chat, I've got a bottle of bubbly here. It is actually a Josh Prosecco. I'm not sure if we get in trouble for promoting something
Now
like
you can
that, but
really
anyway,
sit back
Now I
and
can
relax.
really, now I can really.
it's a
go on.
tradition here at the reserve that very early on, we've been here almost 4 years now, when we hit milestones of large tournament guarantees. Just as we hit that, I go out on the floor and pop a cork. We take those corks, I write down the date, the event, and then we have them up on a shelf in the cage. We were just talking about going to the new location and having to come up with some kind of little case or something for those 4 years of corks.
Oh yeah,
You know, some
there
type
definitely
of-
will be space
yeah.
for that.
I'm not very handy in that area.
And if
Something-
you haven't seen Vic pop a cork, let me just tell you, because it's not just, oh, hey, here's a cork pop, I
Yeah.
mean, this guy gets out there and really does it. Motivates the people, gives a great speech, and, and pops that cork bottle.
Call.
And Brian, we'll get the payouts for the 10K here shortly for you as well. Good turnout, though.
Another one, another big busy Saturday.
Yeah.
4,500 up top, I think I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But we're after the second break now. Tables are starting to break down a little bit. Room's starting to condense, and it's definitely, we'll have some updated maybe chip stacks or something later on who's running over the tournament.
Should've just stuck to my folding ways.
Got a little mix of everything this hand here. Jack 9 suited, small pocket pairs, ace queen suited, queen 10 suited.
Whenever you want.
And Bob is all in for 141.
He's already going to re-up. I got to tell you, in my younger days, I learned the game of pool.
Yep.
$1 more.
It was a costly education, as most educations are.
Yeah. It's true.
And there was
I say he's got chips.
a hustler that used to tell me that when you were playing somebody and they were about to shoot the 8-ball, you would take whatever your bet was and you put it on the rail. You
Yep.
put the money out on the rail.
Does it make
Kind
them
of
nervous?
Create some tension and some nerves.
I
And
used
that
to play a
reminded
little
me
pool.
when Bob took his money out after
Right?
going all in.
Let me just get this ready.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh, that's all hearts.
A lot of outs now for
Bob.
Bob. And even
He hits it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sick. That's gross.
I was about to say that was almost that too many outs.
Right. The turn.
Yeah.
Another.
Bob, put that money away now.
Okay.
well, he's going to have to make sure that it's total of 500. Dems the rules here on Saturday night.
Yeah, here. Doing them, I might ask.
Pretty bad.
Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, queen 10 suited.
When you have ace queen versus ace 7.
Figured it was worth it. Not even to a
It's not even to a random set, really.
This is like a true flip after
It got
that.
better though.
After that
as it
flop,
went along.
and then the turn gave me more outs.
Got more outs. Got even more outs.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bill.
That's when the board pairs and go, oh.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was like almost that too many outs.
Right.
I almost
Buying those chips.
Not pre-flop. Yeah, it did.
Is that how it works? All right.
Yeah, you gotta be ready to
It's
rebuy.
like getting up and putting your jacket on.
Yeah, yeah.
One foot out the
Instead of
door.
saying one time, say good game, and then
Nice hand.
nice hand, yeah.
See you
We
guys
give
later.
him that, and then I get to get the rest.
You ain't got the balls to do that.
So that's not true.
That's true.
Definitely not.
True.
Giving up hope brings it in.
Rebel, I can answer that question for you. You can get that merch down here at the room or contact Dom here at the reserve, and he will get you hooked up.
17.
Sorry, I didn't see. I'll call. Or do I need to raise?
Yeah, it's gotta be 17.
Oh, sorry. Okay, there you go.
Raise 17.
I'm not a whole guy. Omaha guy.
Just say pot.
Right.
Raise
Oh,
55.
raising and all that.
That's a bit.
All that stays.
Everything that crosses.
Got an
the line.
electric dad opening this pot to
Line of
$10
spots,
and a
not
3-bet to 17 from Bob, and a 4-bet to 55 from Headley.
55.
Actions on Buddha.
Call.
He's going to opt to call.
What'd you fool?
Back to the original razor here.
This last one?
He had a pair. 3. Okay. Yes, it said he had a pair.
Okay.
Call. 3 spot.
I just know he incentivized to do it.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, yeah, between the two, technically, yeah.
And it's 3 ways off to the flop.
Check.
Ace 10 is going to be in the lead here, Headley. Buddha's got a gut shot straight draw.
Fold. Did I win? Easy win.
And it looks like Headley will take this one down.
Fold for 2 hours straight and then just
Start popping off.
Rebel, no, Dom is not here right now. He has the day off, but will be back tomorrow, possibly Monday, if not tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Anytime Brian raises,
Flamingo, this is live right now.
I was more just sensing the weakness from the main
I
click.
love it, man. I love it.
I was sensing more of the main click to 17. I was like, hey. Pick on that.
Now you know how to induce.
Yeah, you know how to induce. You main click.
Well, Brian, that's questionable. I mean, some will call it work, some will call it fun. You just tomato, you know? And here's Vic back pouring these glasses of champagne.
You know me, Brian. I don't pick on anybody. Except maybe Ann, right? I think I live rent free in his Call. Call. You see that one hand I picked him off with like that pair of 8s and then he like made me put my money in just to take it back?
And you lose.
Yeah. Like, put your money in there. And then he showed a bluff. Like, I said call. Like, put your money in the middle. And then I had to take it back. Thanks, man.
I thought he won. That's why he said that. I thought he won.
5 player.
Hand.
Oh, yeah, that's why I thought so too. When he said it too, I was like,
We're off to the flop. This is 5-way.
yeah, like, I flopped like top pair, top kicker. He called a bet. Turn, I let out again. He called. And then the river was like another overcard to that. So I checked it to him, but then he like.
Electric Dad hitting a pair of
his
6s.
sizing was off. Then I
A lot of
called.
ace highs out there. Oh,
And then he's like, put your money in there. I
Kodak
said,
with
call.
a top pair of
So I was
8s.
like, oh, you must be good then if I gotta put my money in. Then he turned over like 6 high. He missed like straight draws, flush
He's
draws.
going to raise that button up to 40.
And I was like, that was kind of.
That was a couple nice calls.
Yeah, I was like, that was kind of pointless. I was more proud of the ace high one. That felt good. Call.
Getting a call from D5, and we're going to the turn.
He could have it. Though.
Oh, and D5 catches up now.
If he used his image,
Gets his
the way
10
he
on the
did,
turn and checks it.
Kodak might be putting him on a heart draw here.
60.
Some kind of straight draw. He's going to bet 60.
Like, it's either like an overbet or like.
And just a call here from D5.
Disguise in his hand.
Like you called him that one hand. You had like a 4 or something.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
could
like,
slow
yeah,
things down.
Yeah, you had like a pair of
The-
4s or something.
The heart comes out.
The blue, like on the river. That's why I called him.
Yeah.
And it does. But check to showdown and D5. 141 profit. Now, D5 earlier got into a big hand with young Nate over there in seat 4, was felted. So D5 looking to make a comeback. He is into the game, I believe, for 1,000. Kodiak has been, I think right now he has the highest VPIP. He has been the aggressor at the table. And D5, we've seen him play many times It's no exaggeration to consider D5 a very sticky player.
Oh yeah,
He likes to stick
he
around.
likes to stick around. Yes, he
I had
does.
like king 8 on a big blind hand, and the board was ace king 8 9 3, and he called me on the river for like 350 with a pair of sevens, a pocket sevens, just all going. 4 overs out there.
He didn't even, I mean, he thought about it for probably 3-4 seconds.
Oh yeah, if he has anything, dude, he's gonna call. That's why I said JT kept trying to bet into him.
$10 button straddle.
It's hard to do that.
I like getting called with ace high.
No.
And even the times he doesn't have it, he'll usually
He just bet into 4 people.
re-jam over top of you for like a long
Always
time.
ace high on top of it.
He makes a lot of good bets like that. It's just his image that's getting called. I think.
Smooth call here with the threes. Matt trying to get his VPIP up a little bit. And D5, pocket sevens, is actually the second time now D5 has had sevens. And jacks for Kodiak.
Whoops, I think I was calling him Kodak. That's my fault. Like the camera.
All out.
He's going to push all in here. Now, Kodiak has been very aggressive.
Oh yeah.
This can look like an all-in with King 5 suited right now.
Yep. It sure can. That's the danger of some of the players.
So I was just going to say, if anybody's going to give him a call here, it'll be D5.
Because I can't fan geometric size.
But he doesn't.
Limbs. Oh, 200 stack size back.
Max value there.
Well, I mean,
$40.
right. I'm like, what is my sizing supposed to be really? Like, I got 250 in my stack. I have 5 limbs, $10. What's the geometric sizing? Bet half pot, jam half?
50.
Like,
I like 50.
I was calling 60.
I can't. Then everybody calls, like literally everybody.
Yeah, and then you got a pot side jam.
Yeah, but I don't. With jacks, I don't really want to see too many flops.
Yeah, that's true.
So with our little technical interruption that we had about an hour ago,
If I'm jamming every flop, I might as well
all the
jam.
likes had to start over again. So right now we're only at 22 likes. If you did come back in to join us, please be sure to hit that like button. Saturday night is no different than any other night here on our live stream, where we really like to get to 100 if we can. Helps the algorithm here.
Oh yeah.
And just because we're at 5,000 subscribers doesn't mean we have to stop getting subscribers. So if you haven't done that, please do that as well.
What's up, Kyle? Welcome in. How you doing?
Chair massage, anyone?
Not in here. Not in the live stream.
Crawford should come back.
So here's a raise to 15 from Tyler, and he's going to get 3 callers.
She's the best masseuse too.
She's very good.
Her and
Rainbow
I like her
board,
and
Jack
her
9
board.
King.
That's her name.
Tyler does not put out a continuation bet, so we get a free card.
One day you
Ooh.
like the thing on her wrist, you gotta watch out for.
She'll kill me one
I
night.
know, dude. She was like, "How long you want to go?" I was like, 20 minutes. Dude.
Buddha's
Like,
threes are in the
and I was
lead.
Like, I think I'm good.
He might sense that they are. Goes
No,
ahead,
she's just-
Fine, she's very
puts a
fine.
feeler bet out there,
She's like-
50 bucks.
like,
Where
there's
am I
like
at?
like normally they ask you like.
And you know what?
like,
This
how
just
rough
might go
you want
through.
out. Man, she just like. Full.
It really uses her
I
forearm,
think it could.
which is fine.
But if you're not like, if you're not like ready, she's rough. Yeah, she's the best. She's the best one.
As always,
That's what I have left.
Buddha's courteous and shows the
What a
threes.
gentleman.
And there we go with tonight's 10K in a day, 79 entries, 48 players remaining. 4,500 up top, and we're paying the top 8 places.
200.
Very good turnout there.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to correct whatever pressure they're using. Because I usually feel bad. I don't want them to be upset or anything like that, but I had to tell her, all right.
Yeah, generating a nice $14,516 prize pool. And next Saturday, what do we have next Saturday?
First Saturday of the month.
That it is.
So that means it's the 30K in a day.
Thank you.
They say to drink water after a deep tissue massage.
I'll just flush everything out.
Fold. 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 Fold.
To 11.
Yes, 11. Call.
Looks like Headley's getting a nice little change of cards. He's going to open this one up with King 9 of Hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Or Diamonds, excuse me.
And get 3 callers.
Yeah, she got her own little spot too. I go there when I want a massage.
Where's that at? Where's her place at?
It's not right down the street from the casino. Surprisingly enough.
4 Ace King.
Check.
Rainbow, but in the meantime, we got 2 players hitting second pair.
21.
And Nate, top pair.
Call.
Nate going to make the call. Hound Haven,
Call.
second pair.
Fold.
So we go 3-handed to the turn.
And the Kings catch up.
Check.
The Case King hits the turn.
55. 55.
Headley is going to be in the lead here with the 9. Anything over a 9 and they'll chop it.
Call.
To the river.
Check.
Hound Haven checks. Headley with the check mark.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for some value here.
He has to. Yeah, he can't rely on
65.
one player behind him to do the heavy lifting for him.
That's right.
This could spell trouble for Nate.
Uh-oh.
With the 2 kings out there, he's feeling like his ace is good.
He's going to put in a raise to 215.
And nothing else really to worry about for Hound Haven unless he thinks somebody's got 3-5, but that's quite unlikely.
I wonder if he's worried about his kicker. Because you got to think in that spot with a bet and a raise, anybody who has a king probably has a 6 in the dirt.
This is tough. I mean, this is a tough situation to be in for Hound Haven. A lot of money in the pot. And he does let it go.
So Drew's why are you taking so long?
And very wisely, and that is the first thing that enters into Headley's thought process is what took Hound Haven so long
What is it?
to make that fold.
215 total.
Did Hound Haven fold a weak ace? Is that what
Drew, you're only tanking if you have a king.
Headley is thinking.
Wow, he's thinking right. He said you're
Yeah.
only taking if you have a king.
If you really have pocket fours, that's not all right. I think Drew folded the third king.
Now the subject of pocket fours comes up.
Is that 215?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I just haven't.
there I am out on the main floor 15 minutes ago, celebrating our 5,000 subscribers, applying to play it to the camera a little bit, thanking everybody. And this is what we do at the reserve when we hit milestones. We pop a cork.
That's your line. I love it.
What was going on?
It's very motivating to be a part of.
Sorry to interrupt this action, but
I'm not gonna.
there it is. Thank you, everybody. Celebrating 5,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
Your line of thinking was exactly mine.
Yeah.
Wow,
I was
Keely
like,
Colleen,
if
thank you.
Drew's tanking, he has the
So
third king.
Headley
Yeah.
does make the
My
call
fingers nice.
and takes down a profit of 400.
Horrible call. Should have folded that.
Shut up.
What an excellent thing.
I
Thank you,
totally
Keely.
agree.
We
I
really
Not to like
appreciate that.
influence it, but like if Drew
I didn't
doesn't
know
tank,
that you
I
made
know,
that,
I
that promise, but very nice of you.
Thank you
So I
very
said, I
much,
was like, he
Kiwi.
tanked. I was like, so that means.
Love to have you a
So
part of this show and hear pretty much every live stream.
Definitely not good.
And Kiwi, you have to remind me when you first started watching. It seems like you were here right from the beginning, but maybe it was within the first couple of months.
Then
You've been such a special supporter for us all the way from
I've
New
just
Zealand,
played with you enough to where it's like.
despite the
Like,
time
you're getting
difference.
play by your story,
Matt, you're a big blind.
but
Almost always making
I like you too.
It's hard to be monkey.
an
in the
appearance here
Yeah,
and
right.
helping us,
I just don't-
getting
if I wasn't
folks to
in
hit
first
that like
position there, it
button
makes
and
it a lot easier.
subscribe.
do
That's
something.
right.
Well, that's why I said
Thank
the only
you
hand
very,
you
very
tanked
much.
was the king.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, well, if you tanked, you have the
Tyler
third
waking
king.
up with the aces.
Fours crossed my mind for him as well.
Yeah, I have the four.
Gonna open this up for $15. Get the snowball rolling.
Call.
I just knew if someone probably had a king and it would have been better than mine. So it was either raise or fold.
Yeah, no, you're tanking kind of.
Call. Fold.
Brian, on the chat, you asked a question about next week's live stream on Saturday. Let me double check that because oftentimes we do live stream the 30K versus the cash game. So let me follow up on that. In the meantime, Tyler's going to get 4 callers. We're going to go 5-handed.
All in might have been a little suspicious. But,
6, 4, 6.
You know, you look like you're going for value of the
Right, right.
Not a whole lot of damage here to Tyler's aces. Bob does hit a 4 there and bets out 30. And just a smooth call here from Tyler. Tyler might
Like I
be
said, because he did it, the only hand I'm worried about is pocket fours.
approaching a danger zone here with his aces, depending upon this next card, and does not help Bob.
check.
He's gonna check it over to Tyler.
Yeah.
4, 3,
50.
Like I said, I've played with you enough to where it's like, I know, like, the only hand you're thinking about, you have a king.
Fold.
Guaranteed, you're not, like, an ace, you snap fold.
Oh, there it is.
And he shows it.
Ace, you've had ace, you snap fold, and you can bring a hand. You have a king if you're tanking.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks, Eric.
Just like I said, when you tank, you're really neutral down to, like, I'm worried about one hand from pocket fours.
I just kind of listened to you talk because that was literally going through my head.
Yeah.
Dealer
Before you
change.
got a chance
Jillian
to-
is coming in. She gonna sling us some cards for the next half hour.
Because if he doesn't really like, still call.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if he just, like, flats you. Same result. Yeah, if you had any better king than me, you jam. I wouldn't. Like, I thought the turn card was a great card for me.
I was hoping the board would carry and make it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, for sure. Just hit it.
Throw another
Hit
4
your
out there.
kicker, yes. I was in the same way. I was like, just put like a 9 out there.
Yeah.
Like Buddha said, I'm a donkey.
Every game needs one that, don't be ashamed.
I know, that's why we go to your house.
Oh.
Control with the ball.
You survived the PLO night? The double board bump pot?
Hound Haven opening this up to $20. It's got the 7-5.
It's fun.
D5 with ace queen suited. Dennis and it was 10-9, and we're going 3 ways to the flop.
As much as it's fun, I wish they would just use that day for another satellite or something.
Check.
They've been getting like 15, 16 people every satellite.
It gets me in here. I enjoy those kind of wild, weird tournaments.
Little fiestas.
Checked over to Hound Haven. He's going to bet 30. He's got a gut shot straight draw. D5's coming along with ace queen of clubs. And he will turn the nut flush draw. Going to the river.
What time you guys usually play till?
Midnight. Sometimes a little after.
I probably won't be there that long.
It's fine. You can leave whenever.
I got like an hour drive home.
There's like 2 or 3 people who leave around 6 or 7, and then they get replaced by a couple, 2 or 3 other people.
Hound Haven utilizing his table image here, putting a bet out of 70. But D5, I don't see how he can get away from this. Not only that, he raises it up, and then it's a quick fold from Hound Haven. And D5 with a shout out to his mom and dad, and to all of his cigar shop buddies. So Kiwi Colleen, thank you again for that $100 New Zealand dollars. Here's what I just text to Jim, aka the Wizard, that we're going to get. It takes a while for YouTube. It takes like 4 to 6 weeks actually, but when that comes through, as you know, collectively we put together money all year long for the dealer tournament, the staff tournament every year. This year is no different. So we are going to make sure that that money gets into that prize pool when we hold our dealer tournament, either late December or early January, whenever we do it this year and have our holiday celebration. Want to make sure that the entire staff, the entire team, is able to benefit from your generosity.
Absolutely.
And we've got backup dealers.
At a 50.
Sometimes we get 2 tables going. Alternate dealers.
Ask Bob how good he is when you get there.
Hound Haven now with 7s, and he's going to bump it up. Going to get 2 callers.
He's got some like daddy granddaughter dance or something.
Couple of spades. Buddha with a flush draw. Dennis with the runner flush draw. And the board pairs. So right now these 7s for Hound Haven is the best made hand. Buddha's going to bet out 75. Dennis probably liked his hand a whole lot better before that turn. And that bet's going to pay off, that aggression.
I was going to check raise if he doesn't flop.
Pop got in a huge pot and missed it. He said he missed a draw. He's like, I missed my draw, and he turned over ace high.
Filter's bothering you.
He didn't have a draw.
Yeah, he didn't have shit for a draw. So what the hell draw are you talking about? Yeah.
Drawing for a weak ass.
Yeah, there was like a flush. There was like, dude, there was like flush draws, straight draws out there. He's like, I missed my draw. He had like ace jack. Like,
What? He was lying about missing his draw.
Yeah.
Trying to save face, and then he ended up having to show.
yeah.
I missed my draw. What do you got? He made him show.
Action is not me.
That shit cracked me up.
Bob's fun, man.
Oh, dude, he's good for a good laugh.
Call.
Let's have a great time when he's winning. It's a lot more fun when he's winning, though.
There's 10.
When I'm not in the hand, I'm always rooting for Bob
Call.
to win.
Like I said, I rewatched the Team Clear thing. I was rolling at home.
I showed it to my wife. She was laughing.
It's just because he paused for like 5 seconds.
He was over there thinking of something
He was
serious to
He
say.
was shuffling through derogatory terms.
And I was like, yeah, I'm on Team
What's
Bob.
the worst thing I can call him?
I'm on Team Bob. He's like, oh.
Just a call here. Buddha's got the sevens this time.
You're on team queer.
I think he's hilarious.
So
we are going 6
six-handed, one of my favorite things.
He's old school.
Look at that array of cards.
Show me.
He always thinks we're bagging on him, but it's just.
And Dennis now,
He plays the victim. He plays
top
the
pair,
Oh, yeah.
60 in the pot, and he's going to make it 45.
That's what I always tell people, because somebody's like, man, Bob always seems like he's. I was like, dude, stream Bob and like real Bob are two different people.
Gut shot for Houndhaven, gets out of the way.
My mom thinks that we're enemies.
Yeah.
She said, you ought to beat him up. It's like, Mom, we're best friends. Like, go have dinner every other night.
Thanks, Ben. Thank you.
Yeah, he's my, or my also favorite, so anytime he gets 3 bets, he's like, you see our raise, rookie.
And back to the main room there for tonight's 10K in a day, and you said we were at 14,000 total prize pool, and
Yep.
4,500 first place, 8 paying top 8 places.
What's wrong with you? Look.
So good turnout, and the Queen of Hearts was a restart tonight. So it was hit last week by Sherry, and I don't see Sherry still there tonight. She was there earlier, but Sherry took it down, drew the Queen of Hearts last week, $30,000. So a brand new fresh board up there with 54 cards, starting out at $6,000. And who else but Buddha gets his name drawn.
Gotta love it.
But he did not pick either one of the 2 jokers
He
or the
didn't want.
queen.
He didn't want it.
No, he didn't want
He
it.
didn't want it.
He wants it.
He wants it to
build
grow
up again. Yeah. But he got $100.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. Yeah, he's from down in like Cincy, but he was underage, so he can't gamble down there anywhere. I don't know if Shark Tank or Mad River have the same 18-year-old thing.
60.
Buddha's gonna 3-bet this up to 60 with the parking lot. He's got ace queen, as does Houndhaven.
Yeah, I don't know how you can get around that.
I'm going to predict that if Houndhaven just makes this call, Bob will probably call as well. But Houndhaven looks like he's thinking about a shove here.
Could be.
Yep, there it is. He's going to shove all in, and it's going to be a quick fold from Bob with those deuces. And now Buddha's going to have to think about this a little bit. He is up almost $1,000. But
He says nope.
nope, not against a guy with that table image. And he does show the ace queen. So Brian, very interesting tonight.
That's why I raised. It was a bluff.
Houndhaven's real name is Andrew.
Okay.
He's using Houndhaven. He has a Houndhaven shirt on, jersey on.
All right.
That's his wife's
That's
dog grooming
where the
business
flops are.
Oh, nice.
here in the Toledo area, out on Airport and Burn. And
Excellent.
very interesting that his wife also runs a nonprofit food pantry out of that same building.
Nice.
So
Helping to feed Toledo.
Yeah, we're very happy to
I was looking at your stat, I was like, 120,
help
150. You have no stack down.
Andrew and his wife promote that business and
Absolutely.
promote the support that they give to local families here.
And when you jammed, I was like, hey, that's there.
For sure.
Would have been a short to watch you call him.
Yeah.
I'd been like, what?
Now the jacks for Nate.
Call.
Could call him young Nate, but it feels like I use that handle too much.
Well, we got young Eric, young Patrick.
Yeah. Been a long time since somebody's called D5 young, but young Tyler makes the call.
I mean, I like his sizing opening for 35. It
Yeah.
was supposed to get some folds
Yeah.
there, but
Supposed to.
it looked like he got a waterfall of calls.
Taking my cards back?
Six-handed. One of the jacks on the board on the in D5's hand.
Check. Check.
Nobody with an ace.
Check. Check.
So the jack's still in the lead, but he checks it.
And check.
Tyler with a piece of it with a 4. Now Dennis gets a piece of it.
Yeah, they're all getting pieces, but everyone's a little leery of that ace out there.
Bet of 30.
But Dennis is going to bet that 7.
105.
Raise to 105.
And a raise from Tyler. Or Nate. Excuse
Nate,
me.
yeah, I like
Excuse
that
me.
action there from Nate.
105.
I mean, the logic is that if Dennis was checked then betting an ace, it certainly would have been more than $30.
Right. I mean, we got a pot of 345.
And he's going to make the call. And he needs some help here.
Heads up.
That's not it, but let's see if he tries to represent.
When I first started playing.
210.
Bet of 210.
He is going to try to represent. Betting 210. Putting the pressure on this young man. Very savvy play. I like the bet sizing. I like the cadence that he took to make that bet. Not too long, not too quick.
Yep. Be interesting to see what Nate does here. If he can
Count on my fingers on the table.
think through this and find a call, or if he'll just give him credit for an ace.
Sitting here like, oh, nobody could have did it. I call him.
Call.
And a
He
call.
does.
Wow, big call there from Nate.
Good call.
This young man, first time. Very impressive so far.
I thought for sure it was 6 callers.
Coming to us from Livonia, Michigan.
I was like,
He's got Alyssa and Logan out there
That's what I was trying to get there with.
cheering him on as well. I think some others. If you're out there cheering on Nate, let us know who your horse is tonight.
You can. Would you like $20 worth? Yes, please. Now you can use chips if you don't have paper, but we just gotta tell her that you went south 20.
I'll use cash.
All right.
Straight cash. Yeah, it was like 6 callers.
Yeah, no, 200.
I know, right?
Somebody got it.
Adding 200 in C2.
Allie was playing Jacks.
And Dennis is now going to re-up another 200.
Yeah, you get 6 callers on an ace.
How the hell did Jacks win there?
Yeah.
It says 500.
They had to earn it.
That's 500.
That's- yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's agreed.
Don't snap folded, Jack.
I'm not even checking, I'm just folding.
Yeah.
Dennis re-upping by 200, and if you're wondering about the other exchange that was going
Some of
on,
those is good for the stream.
Nate bought the
Announcers will talk about
Blue.
Yep.
dealer appreciation, aka tip chips, and rather than take it off.
Pretty good job.
That's standard.
Yeah.
Easy, because they can see the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was a good call with ace five. Thanks, guys.
For like
Obviously,
$500.
Yeah, for like $500.
He's got the best hand. That's an obvious call.
For like $500. That was a good call.
He's going to get 2 callers.
He did it half a dozen times. You called him. He kept trying to bluff you. I figured he
Tyler has definitely shown an appreciation for an interesting range of cards. But both Electric and Nate are going to hit an ace here. Interesting bet sizing here, $10.
Do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
So of course Dad's going to call that.
Right, yeah.
Check.
Like I said, he just always polarized when he thought.
Bet of 25.
I shouldn't say anything anytime I'm playing against him. He's always got the best hand.
He's one of those that can run it up and
Oh
burn it
God!
off. And
The few times I've played streams, he's been in it and he's just run it up.
Electric
He'll
gonna make the
be
call.
down 3 buy-ins, but
get it all back.
he gets it all back and then some.
And then
We
the
were
last
playing-
half hour. Don't
Boy.
know.
Dude, we were playing.
I thought that was a 3 for a minute.
It was close.
6 or 7 grand, and by the time we got done playing,
With the check
after
mark to
stream,
Nate.
it was gone.
Yeah.
And he'll do these huge runs.
And if Electric
all
was
in a
looking
row.
for a chop, he does
He'll
not
win
like that
6
run out.
hands in a monster pots in a row.
Yeah, because he gets triggered, and then he'll start raising like $1,000 reduced.
But he wants to put this young man to the test as well.
There was that one hand he got in with JT where
I think he's gonna bet pot right here.
126 in there, and he's coming out for, looks like,
150.
150.
Yeah, it's like normally Enright's hand is only getting called by. He always
And
puts
that was a
himself in
club
position
river,
where
so now
Yeah.
now there's a
super
flush on
overbets,
board.
and then he's only getting called by something that's going to beat him. Like that hand he played with Bear, that 1-2-5 or the 5-10 stream.
You could have got the same information for a lot less money.
He raised he raised Bear 3-bet with aces. Bob Enright called like for a grand pre-flop, and then the flop was like 2
He's
low
going
cards
over it in
to
his
an
head.
eight, and then
Yes,
like
he is.
jack, And Enright just shifted it.
Right,
You're
with
only getting
ace
called,
high.
but yeah.
And
You
and-
bet pair
and Bear
ace.
calls.
He's reaching
You're
for
only getting
chips.
called by something that just has you crushed. You're only getting called by aces or jacks. Kings.
Well, he muscles with the chips, and he gets rewarded for it so often. He goes back to the well too many times.
I always playing with him, but
I love it.
he gets. Maybe it's a Bob thing. Your name Bob?
Yes.
You're right, Brian. But he made the call.
And he makes the call. Very good call. 2 hands in a row here from Nate.
I said maybe it's a Bob. Maybe it's a Bob.
Yeah,
thing.
he had
I
ace
thought I
clubs.
said that.
You are right about that. Electric Dad played it like he had clubs. He just called that and then made the move on the river with the clubs.
He gets mad too.
Probably would have worked in a lot of situations.
I say call.
But you just can't get one past this young fella.
Not yet. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with this kid's poker acumen so far. And in particularly, I'm a big fan of when you're in that situation, taking the time, whether you say it out loud or not, is to run through the hand beginning to end. And try to zero in on
I mean, I'm not the
He doesn't think you're going to
what your opponent
Yeah, I know.
would possibly do. Why would they make that bet?
put their money in the middle before you turn.
Got to wonder if the overbet was, if the overbet was bigger, it would even look like an overbet.
I don't want it.
So maybe the kid's thinking, hey, this doesn't look like he's trying to buy it. If he was trying to buy it, he probably would have.
You ever listen to Bart Hanson's? He had a caller call in and tell a story that was very similar to that. A guy refused to, he said call, but refused to put the money in the pot. And it was a big all-in pot.
30.
And he just walked
Now
out.
D5's got
Yeah,
those
it was
sevens
at the
again. What was that, the
conference
third
But then he
time?
tried to buy back in, and they said, well, you got to pay for the pot that you owe first.
But it is a crazy thing. I was up by the Meyer on the Lexus Road. We were getting gas. And this guy pulls up to this dude next to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, do you think I can get some gas money? Like, just made up some story or whatever." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I'll help you out. Like when I'm done pumping, just pull up behind me. I'll put some gas
Yeah,
in
he
your
don't want
tank."
the gas.
And he looked, and he said something to him, and he's like, "Well, no, I just need the money." And the dude looked inside real quick and he's like, "You got a full tank of gas." And he's like, "Scammer," and then the dude like pulls off and goes away. It's like, hey, what's like, people are.
It's an old routine. You know, 30 years ago, I had a guy walk up to me, said he's out of gas. You know,
D5 in the lead here by virtue of his sevens. 123 in the pot.
That one's too old.
Yeah.
Check.
Well, it's the same with
old 30
Nobody
years.
really
It's
has
like the same with
anything
people that are
here.
like, "Oh man, my family needs food. I'm
There's a
hungry."
feeler
Like, "Hey,
bet,
man, you wanna go to Meijer
55,
real quick? I'll get you some groceries."
and this is
Well,
probably
no,
gonna
I
go
just need
through.
money for it. Like, yeah, of course you
Wouldn't buy drugs.
Once you offer them a hot meal and everything, it's.
Yeah. It reminds me of like, if you ever watch like
And
one of the
D5
scary
looking to
movies
make a
is on
comeback
there.
here. Got
Like a
belted
homeless guy
earlier
eating the sandwich. He's like, "Oh, he's just hungry," and he's like,
by young Nate in a big hand.
Hits it right in the back of the head.
Looks like we are down to 4 tables.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Paying top 8.
Yeah, the guy looked in, he's like, "You got a full tank of gas." The dude, like, the guy like peels off. It's like, oh man, like, it's like you gotta be really fit up if you're freaking doing
Straddle.
that.
Some people just got it in their nature.
I don't know.
Some people steal when they don't have to.
If somebody was like, "Hey, I legitimately need gas," like all right, I'll help you out. Of course.
My girlfriend goes to Michigan in Ann Arbor,
10 to call.
and she was telling me how a guy down there, like she was walking back in class or something, and someone asked her like for any cash. She's like, "Doesn't have any cash on her," so she told him that. Like just cussing her out right after. It's like, it's BS, man. Like you got something, just like the audacity of some people.
Honestly, yeah. And the funny thing is, like in the world today, like a lot of people don't carry cash
Right.
on them. It's always covered.
Call.
Honestly, if I didn't play poker, I'd probably carry cash on me. It's the sad truth.
Nowadays they got the sign with the Venmos and everything. Like,
Oh yeah.
you don't got cash? That's no problem.
Venmo,
Venmo.
cashes. I mean, everything's just so convenient with the card. You just
And
pull
we're
it up.
taking this one three-handed to the flop.
2 players.
King, queen, 4. Both D5 and Bob hitting top pair.
Oh, D5.
Good luck.
Bob's going to come out there,
Always all in.
rip it all in.
All in minus one.
$1 on his chips.
A loan chip protection.
I didn't play though.
I was wondering, was like just the one play? No.
I don't think so.
No, we
No.
go by 5.
Okay. The one,
The ones do play?
the ones do play.
The ones do play in the 1-3
And this
game.
game
They
they
don't
play.
play in the 2-5
He
game.
did not. No, he did not announce it.
You didn't say all in?
155 then, yeah.
He's probably not gonna fold.
Don't be afraid, I got $1 back.
Yeah. He might.
How much are those blue chips worth?
You got full equity.
Yeah.
D5 going to make the call with
Well,
King,
that's
Jack.
I don't know, you gonna breathe on this one?
Uh-oh, he's buying chips.
About a 3.5 to 1 favorite here.
Bringing in the luck.
So technically, he still has $1 back, still his action.
If you want the luck, you actually have
Yeah,
to.
action
give
is
me a
on
chip.
you. Sorry.
Check.
Check.
I'm gonna bet $480.
Over bet.
Yeah.
And now they're all in.
I'll hit your kicker.
All around that 8, but didn't get it.
Yeah. So D5 now has made a complete comeback to even.
That's 4 pairs.
Okay.
4, 9.
Yep. Button move.
So who's the youngest at the table? I know you're 20, but I got a feeling he's close.
He's older.
He's older.
Yeah, he's 21.
You guys friends with?
Yeah.
He's older.
1 year.
He might be playing at my game tomorrow.
Oh.
Fresh blood.
Alright.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Stick making all sorts of change for you.
Been pretty quiet here for Kodiak, who early on was putting the pressure on, showing some aggression that think we've seen from him, but really he's been card dead, and you can only be so creative.
That's right.
With the cards, right?
That is right.
Electric going to raise it up to 16 with ace 4. Now Houndhaven going to 3-bet this with ace queen of hearts.
41.
46.
Or 46. Missed the chip.
And once again, just a shout out to Houndhaven, Andrew's wife's business out there in Airport and Burn, a dog grooming center that also in their building has a non-profit food pantry.
Shadow on button.
You know what I could plug in there?
Yeah.
In the words of the late great Bob Barker.
Yeah.
Help control the pet population, and don't forget to get your pet spayed or neutered.
That's right. Oh my goodness, it's almost exactly the way you said it.
When you hear it for so many years, when you're homesick from school,
yes,
you know, it just gets stuck in your brain.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, I missed a player. Free deal.
Don't look at your cards.
So bad.
That's what I always say when I get a misdeal. I tell everybody,
I was
don't look
thinking
at
that,
him. It
I was
only
like, I was
hurts.
staring at this
It wouldn't have mattered anyway, so don't get all hung up on,
It was literally
oh, I
like
would have had
Ashley's
blah, blah,
on
blah.
That's right.
No, you wouldn't have had. Because if I'd have done it right the first time, yeah, that you would have
Caused
had
us a misdeal.
That was my fault.
Yeah. We're gonna blame you. We're gonna blame her for sure.
All your fault. You weren't even.
Smoke, gotta pee, I got things to do.
That's stuff to take care of, all right?
Priorities.
And now I'm in this one.
Straddle.
That was the plan all along.
You hungry?
Pesto chicken.
Having issues.
Oh, yeah.
You work on that. I'll work on the rest of my sushi.
Oh, there you go. I think, you know, Vic, I think next Saturday, Dom and I might have a
Pissed.
Cooking with Otis little review.
Yes.
He's going to bring us in some barbecue, and
yes,
really look for. I'm going to get a hold of him this week before next week and finalize that. But definitely looking forward to trying out some of that famous barbecue. This pot got 3 bet up to 100 by Dennis with Ace King.
PLO, the double board. Right after me? Yeah.
Tyler's looking at a King 4 of hearts here.
Some guy named Matt. I know Terry Cole finished second.
No, Terry knocked me out.
Yeah, he finished second. I don't know. I've never seen the guy that won if they posted a picture.
Yeah, I've seen him at Hollywood before.
I got third place and even.
Yeah, I got 4.
He's thinking about it, but he will let it go.
Probably like 6 something.
Yeah, it was like 671. I think it was first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was it? $30 buy-ins and $20 rebounds.
40 basically, and 30 if you want to do the add-ons. So basically everyone did add-ons. It wasn't a decent. It was at 3 tables going most of the night, so it was decent payout for what I was.
And there's the cumulative winnings. Buddha up 924, Nate up 792, Headley's up 550, D5 up 80 bucks, Houndhaven only down 60, and the rest of them are just fighting back and trying to claw out of the hole there. And their VPIPs here up on the screen. Bob at 48%, Dennis at 46, D5 at 46, all the way down to Headley at 16, which is a little unusual for him, but I'm sure that being card dead doesn't help.
Put your chips on the box.
Sure.
Just makes it easier for us to pitch.
Electric Dad 3-betting this up with queens. He's going to go to 65.
That's how they sucker you in there. Everybody starts calling the 10 and then.
Call. 65. Got it? Okay.
And there's the updated graphics. They went heads up to the flop here. Electric Dad in the lead. He's got Tyler drawn pretty thin. And he'll take that down with a $110 bet.
Are you still going by Donk or are you back to Dad now?
Better. I'm going to set up a 10.
Not sure what they're putting on there.
Electric Dad had changed his name there for a while to Electric Donk. We were just asking if he's still rolling with that or went back to Electric Dad.
It's like a couple of streams I remember where you were Electric Dog. I was like, man, Brian's running real big. Just go by Buddha.
Buddha too.
Even when you play bad, you get real lucky.
Yeah, you want to draw.
So I did just confirm that next Saturday we will be, the live stream will be the 30K in a day.
Okay. Yep.
Expect there to be a feature table as usual sometime around 6, 7 o'clock. And then you and Dom will take that all the way until we crown a champion for that 30K.
All the way to
March
the finish
1st.
line. Yep.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Always a great event. Always a full house for that.
35.
Yeah, good to be lucky.
So how many times? What is that, your fourth time being picked?
Call.
And then me
You
and
just
Bob
need to
were in
actually,
on it.
you just need to hit it.
Call.
Well, I hit the joker.
We have 3-handed to a flop.
Yeah, so basically you buy tickets, and then if they call your name, it's like a raffle.
8-9-3, 2 hearts. Tyler with queen 10. Bob with 8-5 of hearts. So he's got the pair of the flush draw. D5's got top pair.
Out there and there. So you go out there, you pick one, and if it flips over and it's the queen of hearts, you win the jackpot. But if it's a joker, it's what, $2,000?
It's 10% of whatever.
10% of whatever it is.
I pulled a joker, it was worth $12.60.
And so
Lady
every
won over $100,000.
Wow, we got a pot of brewing here.
Yeah, there was 8 cards.
Because,
And that card's going to make a
yeah, there was
difference.
only like 10 cards left.
And that's it's progressive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it throws up
But
every
every week they
Gives
dump
Bob the
barrel
flush,
and-
gives Tyler the flush draw, and the open enders. So Tyler's going to go ahead and push
So next
all in.
week, next week it'll probably be close to like
136.
9,000-10,000.
On that or here?
I don't think so. I don't think that
It was
matters.
like it was legitimately last week when I got pulled. It was throw over
Not the card that D5 was looking for.
Yep, lady named Sherry, regular.
And I had gotten drawn 3 times, and the Queen of Hearts was right next to one of the cards I drew.
How was it?
I think Bob's considering whether to push all in here and isolate
How much
this.
did you win when you hit the joker though?
$12.60.
Yeah, I don't
Okay, so
think
you hit
D5's
$1.
going to come along after that
No.
turn card.
$1.
He doesn't have a heart in his hand. Somebody else took a lead. Yep. He is going to let that go, and they are heads up.
So Tyler has 4 outs here, all of them hearts.
You gotta show them.
It's on the ground, boys. See how small they are.
Ooh, got a 9.
I think you got one, Mike. Don't do the 6 of hearts. That would be mean. Oh, that's close though.
And the 6 of clubs will not do it. Bob will get the check mark.
Yeah, the 8-5 of hearts is going to hold up so far, and it does. So a profit there of Bob, who's kind of a tough night so far. So a much-needed pot there for Bob.
It's a lie. I don't even know what I want.
Tyler's going to re-up here for 200. started the evening out with 5,000 on the table, 10 players all coming in for 500.
Nice.
I'll do some math here real quick, but we've got to be probably around 8 grand right now. Yeah, I like this. Feels like something I might do.
6, 7 of clubs?
Yeah. Well, in that position, and you're not committed too much if Bob comes over the top with a bet of like 60.
Right.
You can maybe get away from it, or if he 3-bets to 40, you can rationalize making the call for $25.
Those are the hands that sometimes win big pots.
Yeah. And he does make the call, as does Tyler, so 3-handed going to the flop.
We are 3-handed to a flop.
Everybody's favorite southpaw, Jonathan, brings us this flop.
Johnny T.
Boom. Boom. Chicka boom, chicka boom.
That's a lock for Bob.
Checks around.
Electric Dad picking up a 7.
Check. We got 150. Fold.
Bob will take it down.
Yeah, Bob enters the realm of a run good right now. And I mentioned earlier, I've known Bob around the poker scene here in Toledo probably 25, 30 years, I think.
Oh, nice.
Bob is an educator. He's at the local high school here right down the street. But at Whitmer High School. And he's one of the deans there. He's been an educator all his life, I believe. We were talking before the live stream because my grandson, 15-year-old grandson, is a freshman there.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Talking about his involvement in the wrestling program there and what a great program it is.
Trying to keep that V-pip standard.
Is that,
Not-
that's
not
what your
just-
grandson's involved in, right?
Yeah.
Wrestling?
Not just learning to wrestle per se, but the whole coaching staff there looks to develop the entire young athlete,
Nice.
student athlete. I've been very impressed.
Just get your bad beat, you warm right up.
I gotta say that bad. Yeah.
Get that blood flowing.
Nah. I never go on tilt.
A raise to 20, which might trigger, tough timing here for Tyler. And Electric Dad's going to isolate this and also go all in.
Aces or kings, right?
160. 160. 160.
So Tyler needs a lot of help with this hand.
It's my ace a lot.
D5 gets out of the way with his queen deuce.
No.
Your other card is.
The hell.
Aces versus ace 10.
Hearts are.
Very
I
alive.
don't think I've ever seen Brian act that fast.
And you can see the look on Tyler's face, just hoping for a miracle.
20 turn card.
Oh.
Boo.
Quiet over there.
Not a good run out for ace 10, but
I wasn't rooting against you. I just wanted to see it.
We just want to see something.
I just wanted to see it. Yeah.
A lot of the entertainment.
I just wanted a sweaty turn card, like a jack. Not an 8. That's too many sweaty.
200. The gutter's fine.
We'll give you a gut shot. Not an open ender.
I would have guaranteed the 8 would have been on the turn too.
Yeah.
It would be a live stream, of course. But at least got to somehow. I'm dead. That's not fair.
That's the fastest I've ever seen Brian snap.
First stack.
Nice hand, Brian.
Good to see aces win every now and then.
All right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Doesn't happen often enough, unfortunately.
Well, can I get that one, please?
For sure.
Nate with the pocket tens now.
40. Raise to 40. Fold. Fold.
Here you go.
Call.
Headley gonna make the call with ace queen.
Call. Fold. 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 Yeah, can I get that one? Ooh.
What in?
That one. Call. You're four-handed.
161 in the pot, four-handed. Young Nate with pocket tens, and he is going to hold up right now with the best hand, although D5 does hit an 8.
Check. 90. 90 is the bet.
90.
Fold.
As I nod my head back and forth, I like this play from Nate. It just so happens that it has a chance to go through until you bump into a player like D5, known as a sticky player.
Call.
And why wouldn't he when he's got top pair with a queen kicker?
Fold.
But Dennis gets out of the way, so we go heads up to the turn.
Oh
boy.
There's top set.
Check.
I also like this check from Nate.
Check.
But D5 looking suspicious. Not going to bite. Not going to do the heavy lifting here for Nate. And the river is a brick.
225.
225.
Set.
I was about to say, why would you check tens on the turn? Man, I'm on fire right now.
Matt says, man,
No,
I'm
I
on fire.
knew
He's
as
on
soon as you
fire
checked
for
the
calling
turn,
out
yeah.
people's hands, but
That is true.
unfortunately, he hasn't had much to bet with himself. He really is typically
Nice hand.
not this inactive, but boy, he has been card dead. However, he's up to $1,000. In the meantime, young Nate,
Such a wet
1728. First time here on the live stream.
Check.
Hailing from Livonia, Michigan.
I thought you had jacks because you bet 40. I didn't like.
But once the 10 came, I knew I was.
Oh yeah,
First thing I was good, but I know he could have caught up. But I just didn't put him on like a straight draw kind of hand.
yeah,
But
for sure. Flush draw.
Twice tonight that D5 has found himself paying off Nate's hand.
Raise to 10.
Brian, I agree. I think the check got him paid.
Fold. Fold. Cross 10. Re-raise 80.
Kodiak's been pretty quiet. He's getting a little tired of sitting on the sidelines. Position bet with Ace King makes it $80. Right into Dad's pocket sevens. However, Bob has one of those sevens.
Fold.
That's what I get for being blue.
Fold.
Me too. Punished.
And that goes all the way through.
Gotta win it.
So excuse us for a minute real quick while Brian and I in the booth here talk music, but live roots tonight at the Switchboard, John Roth.
Oh.
It's a reggae band.
Yep.
So they've got a lead singer in that I don't think you've seen perform yet. He's guitarist and lead singer. Dreadlocks down below his belt.
We're paid up till 10:30,
And
so
he
normally
is the real deal. He's very good.
At least
Wow.
10:30.
It'll probably
I mean,
be
the game can go as
Houston
long as
Jackson
people
on
want.
drums.
It'd be great.
Nice.
All night.
I would think Curry is going to come along on saxophone.
So is this like a band playing,
This
or
is a
is it
band.
an open jam?
This is a band.
going,
And I
okay.
think it's kind of silly. It's like a $5.
Yeah, well,
maybe even 10. I'm not sure.
somebody's got to make some money.
Yeah. But that's where I think I'll be headed to catch the
Sometimes
last
people
part of
after
that
the
show.
tournament will ask too.
Well, I will
Yeah,
definitely
that's
be
true.
at Wesley's next Thursday.
This coming Thursday?
Yep, this coming Thursday.
Yeah, they're
All right.
usually coming for like one bullet.
Usually if we lose
Okay,
a
back to
player,
poker.
they'll-
Thanks, folks.
There's probably people on the list right now.
Thursday, man, people freaking.
About 30.
Is Thursday one of the busier days?
Pocket 10s now for Dad. It's
Right
like the
now it
10s
is,
just
it's the Starlight and
leapfrogged
the Thursday cash game.
from Nate over to Electric.
Yeah, we had a raise to 12 by Bob, and now we got a 3-bet up to
$60 buy-in. they
30
give away
from
30.
D5.
Every 10 people, yeah.
It's really been kind of the Bob's story tonight. He's raising and just continues to get 3-bet. But he's going to make the call.
And he's not going to like it because he hit top pair of 9s, which
Yeah.
is going to have him hanging around. Electric Dad with the 10s.
It's a lot easier to win $600 in here than out
Yeah,
there.
that's why I like playing. That's why I said I like playing the Thursday cash game. I got like 6 seats on Thursday. I think me and you were the only ones that were up. No, Miles was up after that one hand where he dodged like all the deck.
Okay, 150.
Will Bob be able to sniff out the overpair here?
Somebody asked me how much Emre was in the for, and I couldn't tell him because he was so. It's like at one point he was.
Must have the set.
At one point he had like $5 grand in front of him, and then he was down, and he was back.
What was the 9?
Maybe not.
And he does make the fold.
Overpair.
I think the button should be there. You didn't take a blind. You didn't play blind last hand, right?
No.
I moved, so it should be right here?
Yeah.
My move,
Yeah, I moved it. My bad. That's just, that's where I was supposed to do, right? Got it, I'm gonna shut it. $1, please. $30. Fold. 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 Fold.
Pocket 5s for Nate.
Call.
Headley had raised up with 8-7. So far, 2 callers. Bob here, $20 to defend his his straddle, but he lets it go.
We got 3-handed to a flop.
3-handed to the flop, says the southpaw, and a set of 5s.
50.
Well, I like to say I'm impressed with this young man, but he is running really well also.
Fold.
That's always a good combo, though. Run
Yeah.
good and play good. It's hard to beat.
Fold. Got a 100. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
And you and I have been there before. We're at this kind of table, and somebody just is on fire. Not only running well, but they're you can see them. They're in the zone. They're
Yep.
playing well.
Yep.
They're making good decisions, not only with their bet sizing, their checking, and with their folds. And it has an effect on the rest of the table. You know, you're talking about 10% affecting 90%.
Yeah.
You're talking about one player and 9 other players really can't take their eyes off them because they don't know what's coming next. And it has quite an effect on the game.
It sure does. And the 10s are out again.
10.
This time for Kodiak.
Fold. Call it 10. Fold. Call. Wait, three-hand it.
Well, he doesn't hit it this time, but Bob does.
45.
Queen Jack.
Call.
There's a call there from Kodiak. Curious. I thought perhaps he might raise that to get a better read. Good thing he didn't, because Bob now hits another queen.
3 queens for Bob.
Check. To a river.
Oh, and he gets the full house.
Check.
And he's going to check this. He knows that Kodiak is an aggressive player. There's been no betting since the flop.
35.
Oh, wow. He fills up.
And Kodiak takes the bait. Not a big bite of the bait. Bets out 35 and now a raise to 125.
Was it 25?
Yeah,
Okay.
125.
Be a real tough call for Kodiak with the board pair in the over and another overcard on the river.
Kodiak looking around like maybe he wants to phone a friend. I know that feeling.
Yeah, I think he knows what to do. He just doesn't want to do it.
I don't know what hand it could be.
Gibson Nation, welcome in. How you doing? Oh, thank you for that. Absolutely. We did hit 5K today. Very, very big milestone. We appreciate that.
I literally have no idea what you can have.
And somebody in the chat box has just called the clock. I see you there, Big Papa.
Get called by like a pocket pair, a small pocket pair. I'm getting raised. Just have like, you never have like queen here. Queen jack, like exactly queen jack. I don't know. Like an idea.
Well, Fearless Joe, he is going over this hand out loud.
And he's figured it out exactly.
I don't know.
But he
Oh.
didn't listen to himself.
He didn't. He made
and
the call.
Made the call.
Yeah.
Called out the hand precisely, but still called the bet. So Bob makes a profit there at 171, and he is on a comeback trail. Getting closer back to even. And yes, Gibson Nation, 5,000 subscribers. Just about 30 months we've been at this. Well over 250 shows by my calculation. somewhere in that neighborhood. And we did celebrate, went out to the floor earlier with a bottle of bubbly and announced to the crowd there that was playing the 10K in a day. In true fashion here at the Reserve, when we hit milestones, we celebrate. We pop a cork, and that's what we did tonight.
And then I'm going to win every other time. And I'm like, all right.
Matter of fact, I think Brian's glass is a little empty here.
Uh-oh, we're getting bubbly top up.
Yeah, it's the worst when you get stuck in that.
And wherever you are at home, whatever's in your cup holder,
It's really actually quite tilting.
in your lazy boy, while you watch this, grab that and raise a glass to all of you, because that's how we got there. We thank you very much.
That is 55. Call. Fold. Clear heads up.
We're taking this one heads up, Headley and Dennis. 10-9 and Ace King. Oh, with Ace King just smashing that flop.
Yeah.
Top two pair. Headley also connecting with a 9.
Ace King pretty good.
Dennis's first time on the live stream, not the first time in the building, but first time in the cash game live stream, hailing from Fort Wayne. Number of you Fort Wayne folks out there, Fearless Joe, and he's shouting out to all of his poker people there.
I always see the 9 in the window too, like, yay, no, no. There already is 10.
Call. Fold.
I can just call now, right? Or
You
can I
can do whatever you want.
And you said 10, so you can do whatever you want to do. 30.
30 is the bet. Fold.
And Tyler waking up with the jacks.
Fold.
Dennis with 6s. Hound Haven, Ace King.
Right.
Bob announces a bribe. He does the old pre-tip. Unfortunately, he... well, no, I take that back. He looks down at King, Queen of Clubs, definitely in his wheelhouse. However, Hound Haven had 3-bet this to 150. I could see Bob was prepared to make the call of $30 coming from Tyler.
Now he's looking at 150.
Got 3 players behind him, although he is in good position on the button. This seems to be right on the cusp of his comfort zone.
Oh, your cousin. Thanks for sending me $20.
But he does make the call, and you're right, Buddha. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. This is now all in for Tyler with the pocket jacks. Now Dennis, pocket pair. He's got 6s. He either feels outgunned or he feels like maybe this is an opportunity.
Oh.
And he takes it as an opportunity and makes the call.
We still outside actually.
So Tyler could make quite a comeback here. Pot at 8-13. His pocket jacks, see if they hold up. Here comes the flop. Bob with the flush draw. The rest of the betting here will be a side pot. Check. Check. Check to a free card. Oh, and Dennis hits a set of 6s.
That is the reserve 6s, and they are hot.
That's too
They
big.
are.
Oh.
Dennis bets 250.
Cool.
And Bob makes the call. Wow.
To a river.
And there's the rest of it.
All of it.
And Bob missed. Pot of the night so far. 13-13 out there. There is a side pot.
Yep, devastating miss though.
But
Now
all
you're
of-
just looking at king high.
Yeah, all of that 13-13 is going to go Dennis's direction. That was an expensive hand there for Bob. And first of all, the side pot gets raked, and now the rest of it. Going to Dennis. We'll get a shot of that
Kind of pissing myself.
cumulative winnings here shortly, but I think what we'll find is that Dennis has now entered the realm of the green because he was adding on all along.
Sometimes you just gotta say what.
There's right now $7,600 on the table. We have a dealer change, and we have what we call here at the reserve the Power Hour.
Danielson.
Danielson's going to start the first half hour of the Power Hour. And the Power Hour here in our cash games, as you can see some of the cash coming out to re-up to 500. Some of these players that are stuck are looking to make up some ground, which means they're going to look at a wider range of cards. The bet sizing typically increases, and that's why here we call it the Power Hour.
Yeah, maybe not. You're topping up to 5? I like when Buddha rose my leg under the table. Yeah.
I'll pay 20 for that seat.
There you go.
You have less than 5 then? You have less than 5 then?
I should have 5 exactly.
Well,
At least if I did my math correct, at least.
raise the 15. Fold.
Houndhaven 10-9 of diamonds raises it up to 15.
Raise the 40.
There's a 3-bet to 40.
That's a big pot.
Oh,
$800 free flow.
And I think that's going to be it for Tyler. Tyler, first time here on the live stream.
40 to go.
Young man, I hope we see you back. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
This guy was
Oh, if he could have defended his hand, he would have. Because he turned this over. He turned this.
Heads up action.
For all that pre-flop, I'm not gonna walk wherever.
Oh, for sure.
Check.
A swing
Check,
and a miss
check.
for everybody.
Wow.
And a 10 shows up on the turn. Houndhaven going to make top pair.
Check.
That 10 has the check mark. Here comes a bet.
That's 20.
He wants to see it. Show me. And he shows him the 10-9. Our next live stream will be Tuesday. That's our Rumble at the Reserve 5-hour live stream.
Yeah, no. I agree.
That is a $500 to $2,000 buy-in, and it is a 5-10 game. Typically, they take a heads-down vote and decide to make it a 5-10-20 game. Lots of action has been seen on Tuesday nights here.
I'm just curious.
Be sure to join us, and then Thursday, No Knit Thursday. But next Saturday, we will be doing the live stream for the 30K in a day, which is the first Saturday of every month. Nate, now Ace King, taking it up to 35 after a $10 straddle. Matt, I don't say this about Matt very often, but he might be on a little bit of a tilt. And here comes Jacks again. My goodness, Brian, how many times are we going to see this?
A lot.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 blackjacks.
115 here for Nate to call, and he announces a call. And D5.
Probably has something to do with
This is definitely in his range, but
yeah.
when you're going against the young kid who just seems to be hitting everything, suddenly the dynamics change a little bit. Plus, Buddha has been a little bit on lockdown. Oh, and kaboom.
That's 75. Oh. That's 300.
Pot is 533. Buddha bets 300. Unfortunately for Buddha, Nate really hasn't hit any of this. We saw Nate make some big calls earlier against Dennis and then Electric Dad.
You know, I could understand the first call of 75. I just don't see him being able to make this call for 300 with just ace high. You know, that first bet could be a continuation, speculative. Yeah, he lets it go.
I was gonna say nines.
Same hand.
So Buddha continues to run well here tonight. The No Knit Thursday this week is going to have some of our regulars, but also we've got the return of Dr. Boring and Concrete Dave, Buddha, MGM Bob.
Oh, no, you don't.
ABC Poker, baby. That's
So as soon as you bet 300, I was like,
As well as a cast of thousands.
raise the 15.
That is chips.
Pretty good flop.
But then they throw the super scary turn card out there.
Adding a flush draw too.
Yeah, adding a flush draw, straight draw. Well,
All the above.
that's why I nutted up to 300 there.
Said no more games.
I'm calling for a gutter.
Said no more games.
had to shut it down.
Just a call here from Dennis with the pocket eights. We're going to go five-handed. See if the case 8 makes an appearance. No, but a couple of aces for D5's ace 4.
Check. 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 Around.
Now Dennis has every reason to believe that his 8s might be good, but he checks them.
Check. 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 25.
D5 making this look like a feeler bet in position.
It's very nice. Nobody else with much of anything other than Hound Haven hitting that 7. 8s.
And Hound Haven's going to raise it up to 80 here.
Wow.
And Dennis does the old things that make you say,
Call.
But he does make the call. And a brick.
Check. Check. Check.
Well, D5 doesn't bet it. They're going to go to showdown, and D5's going to take that one.
Somebody's got ace. We can't go
And Matt's going to change chairs, hoping that's going to change some of his luck. The way the cards were going into seat 7 there, I kind of don't blame him. Do you do that very often, Brian? Do you switch up seats if a seat comes open?
I do. I don't. I mean, yeah. I guess sometimes. I have my specific seats. I like 1 and 10 right next to the dealer, or the corners like 3, 7. I don't like to be on the front rail.
Okay.
Just that's my personal preference. So if 1 or 10 opens, I'll always grab those. But I don't generally move around, you know, per se for card dead reasons or anything like that. I will table change. I do a lot of those.
Okay.
You know, trying to find that good action table.
I didn't realize how short stacked you were when I raised you. That was a dumb raise. I'm like, I can't get him to fold. Why would I raise there?
I missed those. Oh.
This might be a sticky field unless Dennis has 8s again. 9-5-9 and Kodiak
Nice relaxing night.
with King 9. But Dennis bets out 50. And Electric just can't believe the cards he's seeing here. He has been card den again here tonight.
It happens to the best of them here at Live at the Reserve.
Yeah.
Feels like you're floating.
He's a floating on
And now a full house. Kodiak checks it. Kodiak hoping for a card that would help get him paid off here. Very ugly board there for the 8s. I think all he has to do is reach for chips. And and Dennis is going to make this call and pay him off. And Kodiak takes down a profit of 130. And he had been quiet for a while there. So on the chat, Brian and Bob Enright. And there's the cumulative winnings. I prefer seat 6. And it has more to do with I'm stronger hearing and picking up things in my right ear, and I have little to no peripheral in my left eye. So if I am, for instance, in I don't know, seat 9, that just doesn't work out for me very well, or maybe seat 3. And if seat 6 comes open, then I'll make the change. But it really has nothing to do with whether I'm getting the cards or not. I wouldn't say I'm a very superstitious person. And if things are running really bad, I just go home.
Put in all that work and then put in all the work. Yeah, for it to only be worth it, you gotta make top 5. Yeah, top 3, you know what I mean? Like, you play for 6 hours. Tournament starts at what, 3, and they get done like the same time we do.
Kind of a friendly pot here, 51 bucks and 5-handed.
Top 3 is not.
King 10-4, D5 hitting the king. Dennis with the open ender. And the rest of them with squadouche.
15. What happens at a gas game? You just pull out more money.
I'll tell them the 32. What is all? You bust through it or you bust out? Hold. Lead pot.
Oh, I had forgotten all about that. Thanks for the reminder.
It was my hand.
I never associate the dealer with what happened on the
No, I was the one playing.
You?
So the king is going to hold up here for D5. Let's see what happens with the betting. A run out of 7s.
I hit you?
No, another guy. You were more sick about that.
Dennis misses his open ender and checks it. A friendly check to showdown and a profit of 56 for D5. D5 with a shout out to his mom and dad and to his cigar buddies.
I remember that.
Small big straw.
Losing to ace king when you have aces is absolutely the worst.
Oh, Fold.
No, it's ridiculous.
Call.
Cards really haven't changed that much for Headley, but he's going to bet 8-4 clubs anyway.
Fold.
Or at least call the straddle.
Well, you try to make lemonade out of lemons.
Absolutely.
And he is getting some lemons right
Yes,
now.
he is. The opposite. Houndhaven now ace king of diamonds. Makes it 75. You know, Bob definitely wanted to see a flop here with the king 9, and he still does. He's going to make the call. Dad with pocket 5s. In position, could feel like he's priced in here. So he makes the call. 10-10 queen and a couple of hearts. And Bob with the flush draw. Gut shot straight draw. But the 5s are the best made hand right now. They check it around. And Bob gets there with his flush. 50 is the bet. Makes it look like a feeler bet.
Electric Dad is going to come along with the 5s. He will need a 10 or a 5. Not it.
And once again, when it's heads up to the river, after the river, and Bob decides to check with the best hand because he's hoping somebody else will pick up that heavy lifting and make a bet. But a nice pot anyway.
What do you want?
20.
You got it. Bob wants out at 20. I can do it. I ain't booming. Just relax. Lean back. Relax. We got this. Keep your mind on something else.
My mind is on the gutter, sir. In the gutter.
Here we go.
There's the 15.
Ace 10 for Headley. He's going to raise it up to ace 10. I mean, raise it up to 15, excuse me. Suited ace for Dad, electric. And pocket queens here for this young man. Nate
On
in
the
position, on the button. Wow.
And kings for Houndhaven now.
Yeah. Chris
We got
DePino
a
from Connecticut in the
big
house.
pot
Chris,
brewing.
call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. We got a big hand brewing here. Houndhaven's going to push all in with those kings. And we might see a call here from Nate.
Fold. Fold.
Because he can afford it.
Fold.
I call.
Call.
And because he's got queens. So he does make the call.
Up to you if you want to learn one.
Kings and queens.
I always switch out my answer.
390.
Yeah, well, I usually run it once, but I honestly don't care if you want to run it twice. I don't mind.
Try it twice for fun.
All right.
Yeah, if you're the dog.
For the means?
If you're the dog, you
Yeah.
want to run it. It's like, it's not even a question.
Why don't you nice hand me? The hand hasn't come out yet.
I know.
I'd take down one of those, though.
I mean, you're usually good for one.
Are you gonna fold a coin?
I'd fold it.
Oh, I'd have flopped monster.
Fold a queen, jack.
Boo!
10?
Fold that.
I know. How do I fold that?
What'd you fold?
Ace 10 of spade.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's why I said I was like, ooh.
And that was a big comeback hand there for Houndhaven. It looks like they have decided to run it twice. So Let's see if these kings hold up a second time, and they do,
Yeah,
and
they
then
do.
some. Yeah.
395.
395?
Should have called.
394.
Nice hand, Andrew.
Should have called, dude. I'm so
I've had
tired.
ace king, I think 4 times. I haven't come close to winning one of them. I had
And for those of you just joining us, I'm going to
But I had no, obviously
bring
no
up
hearts.
Hound Haven's handle here again real quick. His real name is Andrew. He's wearing a Hound Haven sweatshirt in honor of his wife's dog grooming business here in the Toledo area at Airport and Byrne. And more significantly, maybe more significantly, that building for her is also a non-profit food pantry.
I called the 75. I saw that flop.
That's the reason I didn't.
Yeah.
And there was nothing for me, for what little chips I had.
Oh, yeah. Best case scenario.
Got about 45 minutes to go here tonight's live stream, and we are at 57 likes.
Both our hands are playing.
We had a little technical interruption
I'm saying, like,
That's what I said, it was so hard.
to our show, so we lost a bunch of the likes when we re-upped. We didn't have to do the total 15-minute reboot, which was nice,
Oh, nice hand. Oh.
but
And all of a sudden he's got more
not
outs.
gonna. Maybe we won't make it to 100, but at least maybe we can make it to 75. If you haven't hit
75.
that thumbs up button, please do.
I still think we might be able to get close.
Yep. And also, if you're just joining us, yes, indeed, we hit the 5,000 mark for subscribers. We celebrated that tonight, popping a cork in the main room, as we do here at the Reserve when we hit milestones.
Yeah, ace king would have been the same thing. I would have done the same thing.
29 months we've been at this, over 250 shows.
Jam with it.
Fold. Fold. Oh. Okay. Cash key.
I'm like a free for all.
Shit. That's my favorite. I don't think
Matt crushing this. Top pair and a flush draw. D5 wants to see another card. He definitely doesn't want to see a 3 of hearts, though. And the ace comes.
Even if I just flat call, like raise again. And not all in, there's only jack high. There's the,
D5 getting sticky here.
Especially if you get sick of ace king.
Yeah.
And the flush now for Matt.
30.
That little voice telling you that whenever kind of quickly you should. With that little voice like just folding. Like ace king.
That big of one with it, then yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Not bad flop.
No, not too bad.
Mentioning that we've been live streaming here for 29 months. At what point, when you have a baby and then becomes a toddler, do you start saying 2 years old, 3 years old, instead of 29 months or 13
Man, that gets
months?
a little,
Or how old is your kid? Oh, my kid is 18 months. My kid is 19 and a half months.
You know, I never did that. I just said, my kid's one.
No.
He's almost one.
We consider this live stream one of our kids,
Even in the
without a
2-5,
doubt.
It's not that often.
And here at the Reserve, we're coming up on a 4-year celebration in April. We're going to mark that by having a $1 million prize pool guarantee tournament.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, we are 10 days. What is it? Like 13 flights?
Yes.
Right, yeah.
12 flights.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually
No.
when I play it,
Well, are we
10?
There's
Plus the turbo.
Third.
That
Oh.
have the higher high hand.
Right.
So they're somewhere upwards of 10 flights
Call everything and hope
for your
that
chance
the
at
calls are better,
$200,000.
Because it makes it annoying.
I spent all my math gray cells on figuring out 29 months.
Oh, I only
So
got like 4 callers on my $10 bet, and then people turn on
good
like
for the
aces,
night.
kings.
check, check, check all the way around.
Club draws picked up for both Kodiak and Electric Dad. ace high and king high.
Man, we're trying to make high hands. You are.
Especially now you can use one card.
I'm just one of those people, like, if I'm gonna make a high hand, I'm still gonna play it the same.
Right.
That's just make it. Call.
So Bob with no draw, but with the best hand so far, the ace, by virtue of the ace king, bets out.
I got a better chance of protecting my hand winning a $100 pot than I do limping in and making a full house or something.
Bottom of the full house. Or
Yeah.
flush.
And like you said, now that it's one card, it's like you really got to hit like a high hand for it to hold up.
No club.
The 400 nights or whatever, that was full.
Yeah. That's
And
usually
no
a nice
queen
number.
for electric. No jack for Kodiak.
Going to give that check mark to Bob with his ace king.
A pair of fours will be a winner.
And he'll take down a profit of 164 here by virtue of his ace king.
Doesn't his ace of club count for anything?
Good card to bluff.
Yeah.
Robert Hay, we have a really good hotel situation
High club too? Oh, man.
around the reserve.
That's a high card.
When you're looking at the hotels, you're going to probably see that they're actually in the town of Maumee. Maumee is a suburb, if you will, of Toledo, but that's only a few miles here from here.
And you're the one that set up.
And I am currently trying to work with some of the
You can see at the table. We'll just
hotels in that
Yeah.
area to get a special rate. Hopefully I'll have an announcement here within the next week or two where we can have a rate specifically for the reserve, perhaps specifically for the Millie.
Raise to 35. Fold. Call. Fold. Call. Close me, lean back just a little bit. Oh, isn't everybody 1 second good? Good. First fire chart.
You good?
Also, Robert, when you're looking those up, the street to keep in mind in Maumee is Dussel Drive, West Dussel Drive. Some of the hotel addresses might not actually be Dussel, but if they're in and around Dussel Drive in Maumee, then those will be the ones that we would recommend, and those are the ones that I'm trying to work with. Great question, though. Thank you very much for bringing that up.
So you played that Bob Hog game last week too, didn't you? Was that you in there at the table
Oh,
with me?
yeah.
You were lucky you didn't have to deal that night.
You're the one not nutting it every time, right?
Yes, I was. I had quite a string of pots there. I think I won 3 straight pots.
Fold. Fold. Raise the 15. Fold.
Mount Haven opening this up to 15 with 7-8 of clubs. D5 will be coming along.
Call. Fold. Fold. Fold.
Bunch of losers.
Call. Grind out 10 hours and still not get paid. Check.
The fun of the chase.
Check.
If it wasn't fun, you wouldn't play it.
That's
Or
why
you
I'm
just
in-
like
that's
the
why I'm
pain,
in here.
you're a masochist.
Man,
We're all masochists. It's different thing.
that's 30. Yeah, that's the worst where you grind it for like 7 hours and then you're like, yay, more cash. Well,
That's when I just look at it as entertainment and not money.
Yeah, I got my Taco Bell for the night.
Yeah.
In cash is better than no cash.
Exactly. I'm not greedy. I just, you know.
The buy-in in a tournament isn't the true price. Price is the gut-wrenching disappointment when you get knocked out.
That's a really morbid way of looking at it, man. Damn. No wonder you're a cash player.
Leave it to Buddha.
Right. I'm kind of depressed now. My therapist will hear that one. My card back.
D5 letting that one go.
I don't think you got him much.
On the river to the street.
All right, good luck, everybody. I'm gonna get going.
Dude, we get knocked out of a big tournament. I'm miserable for days.
Yeah, if it's a big tournament.
Yeah,
then
Fearless
I-
Joel,
I'll
I'll definitely continue to give updates on that. And thank you very much, Buck, for being number 70. We're now at 71 likes. We got a dealer change, and this is the power half hour.
Like if I just
Going
make
till
big deals on
10:15
something
tonight,
like that, I'd be happy.
and Nikki coming in.
First WSOC event I ever played in.
600.
It was a $1,500 buy.
Oh, I thought you were actually saying I was your favorite.
4,000 people or something. It was
Sure you can. I won't tell.
Made it to day 2. There was 110 players.
Wow.
And I was like third in chips. And the guy came and sat down with like nothing. And he started going all in every hand.
Spun it up.
Double up, double up, double up, double up. By the time I got a hand, he had just a little bit more chips than me. Long story short,
I was trying
he
to
got it
not
all
be.
in on a bluff, and
But it
he
didn't work
came
out.
runner. He got a 8-high flush. And knocked me out of the
13.
tournament. That was like over 20 years ago.
Electric Dad with the
6s.
I tell you that you don't get your
never
big.
got
You
over
don't
it.
get your big wins, you
Houndhaven
figure
raising
you
this
do
up now. 3-bet.
Never got over it. If I fade that
To 35.
Chip leader.
Bob's going to make the call.
Yeah, I'm chip leader, and I'm floating into the final table.
I see Headley coming along in this with Jack 10 suited.
Oh yeah, if that happened to me, I would.
He's grabbing some raisin chips.
Yeah, I believe he is.
110.
I'd even like get up after that.
Bumping it up to 110.
Like, I just couldn't imagine like
There's this really long
getting up.
The Doyle for Buddha quickly folds. I've seen Buddha have that hand a couple times yet tonight.
Weak all over. You just want to throw up.
There's one of Electric Sixes in Kodiak's hand going into the muck.
Ruh-roh.
He's got long white hair here.
Is the 600
That
the
can get dangerous
Colossus?
too, man. Being in like
Is the 600
Vegas,
the
you know.
Colossus?
Suited ace here for Dennis.
Is that the Colossus?
No, it was just a normal $600
Was probably calling the initial raise, but getting out of the way after that 3-bet.
That's a tournament.
No, yeah. I would have played in. It just happened to be the week I was out there. I would have played in the Colossus if that was available.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that's a crazy.
And Electric lets it go, as does Houndhaven.
Yeah.
I think Bob was looking for at least 1 or 2 callers there.
The better odds.
Boredom raise.
350.
Try to get for folding, man.
352.
And he's going to show.
It's dominated.
Or 352. Is that what you got?
Boredom raise.
352.
Crushed, I had.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're just sitting here for a while.
Yeah, I don't know how there's such thing as even
Thank you,
a
man.
poker tournament pro, because I couldn't. You go on long stretches and you
There's
lose
just
a
too
lot
much
of money.
money.
Yeah. And you just have something like that, like what happened to him. And
Dude, you look at all those pros and you can say, oh, they're, you know, the best players and all that. But at some point, they had to get lucky in the tournament. to start.
Oh yeah, you need to get lucky a few times in order to.
$3.
Here's something that I've recently become aware of in the last year or so. You go on Hendon Mob and you look at these guys, 5 million in lifetime tournament earnings and all this stuff. These guys are playing in huge tournaments where the buy-ins are like $10,000 and they're multi-buy. They're buying in a dozen times.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Just because all the money, all you gotta do is one deep run.
A lot of them are sponsored too.
Yeah.
Raise the
Or they
40.
don't buy it. They don't buy it. It's not all of them. People buy pieces of them.
Stakes.
Yeah.
Right.
Even a lot of those guys that
What's that?
They almost never set foot outside of a high roller.
Yeah.
The fields are only
Can you give me
80 people big, but they're like 10,000 plus buy-ins. So they're like, oh, this person won a bunch of millions of dollars. You're like, but to be the field.
Aces.
I understand it's the 80 of like some of the best.
Once again,
but
for
it's
Buddha, we
different
saw
than
him
being the field with
earlier.
3,000. Like,
Yeah, there's an app you can go on. It's called like.
And
Stake
Matt's going to
Kings
get
or something like that.
a piece of
You
this.
can buy literal pieces of
Really?
tournament.
50?
anybody.
Yeah,
But you just gotta be
Buddha
careful,
bets
'cause a lot of them
50.
markups,
Kind of a
and so it
welcome
makes it
mat
not
of a
very
bet.
good. You know.
Headley says,
Number.
okay, I'm
Those
coming
guys
with
on,
you.
Like
Yep.
Hustler, you can buy stakes in there, like Rampage is
He's got a
always
10, a backdoor diamond draw.
The people that do markups are the ones you don't want to mess with.
Check.
Buddha did not like that
Especially if it's
card,
a big
and he probably doesn't like this card
So if they're
either.
selling them, like 20% of themselves are selling.
Aces. Nice.
They won't be.
I can't blame him for just checking that down on the river.
Buy like 10% of that, you basically
Typically,
12%. So you're paying more.
I want to try to get some value there, but
than what's really worth, because that's how they make
very
all their
scary
money on it.
when that fourth
And they
heart
say,
comes
oh, well,
out.
You're a tournament
And
pro.
you have two black
You're
aces.
a very good poker player. They think it's a better investment. That's just another way for them to make a little extra money.
Gibson Nation
on it.
going to join us again on Saturday, March 8th. Saturday, March 1st, next Saturday.
Yeah, it's like a 2%.
Will not be a cash game live stream, but we will be live streaming the 30K in a day. We'll start sometime in the early evening with a feature table, and Brian and Dom will be here in the booth, taking that all the way until we crown a champion for yet another 30K in a day, first Saturday of every month.
Can you push them?
Yeah, but the problem is those big, when they play those tournaments, when they cash like they
They'll
win one tournament.
Well,
there you
they'll
go.
win one $400 buy-in for 50 grand, you know, but then they'll miss on all the
Raise to 20.
$1,500, $2,500. You know, you'll just go months without any income.
It's like you watch all these super high rollers that play like the Triton events, and it's like, it's like, man, how can they do that? Like, they win one tournament.
Yeah, you win the $3 million for 8th place, and then you're fine for 2 years, you know?
Yeah. Back when I worked in corporate, my wife and I would, on our vacation time, we'd travel around and play in these big tournaments, WPT, WSOP. And
like the circuit events and stuff?
Yeah, the circuit.
15.
And in between events, you know, we'd go for a week, you know, and in between the tournaments we were playing in, if we got knocked out or whatever, we'd go play cash. Well, there is a group of cash players that follow the circuit around.
Right.
And they never play the tournaments.
Because the cash games are softer.
Yeah, they're just playing in these cash games where they're waiting for these guys to get knocked out of a tournament to come in and dump all the money they just won, you know. And I've talked to a lot of them, and I say, you know,
55.
why don't you play in the tournament? And they all say the same thing. The time investment is just too big.
Right. If you're
Dennis
there,
hitting
if
the
you
king
wanna
on
make money,
the
then
turn.
it makes total sense.
They can take the same number of hours.
Going to be the
play
best
cash,
hand.
and make a lot more money in the long run. So if you're gonna be a professional poker player, from what I'm hearing,
Oh, you gotta be able to,
it's cash, it's the higher limit cash games.
and you just gotta be game selective.
Did it used to not be like that?
No, did you get some of those?
No, I mean,
It's kind of
it's,
always been that way.
yeah.
If you knew you were
Blue
gonna
chips.
cash in huge tournaments.
I mean, cash or chips.
Whatever you
Well,
want.
if you do, either one's fine, then we just gotta tell her and change your chip stack.
Okay, I'll just give you that.
3-day event. The odds of a professional cashing aren't necessarily the greatest.
Yeah, even like the best in the world barely will cash over 50% of their tournaments.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You gotta get lucky, playing 4 or 5
Is that a straw?
tournaments.
Oh.
Yeah, the
There's
people you
a
see.
straw. Okay, yep.
Yeah, you
Thank
see the
you.
guy
You gotta hit like one.
Sounds
big
like
score
the
and then-
straddle is out.
The people that
D5, looking at a
that
couple
will win multiple
ladies.
bracelets a year are, that's just
It's
like
going to
ultimate
sneak
eaters.
into that
I mean,
pot,
they're usually really,
limp
really
in
good,
with
obviously,
queens. Headley's going to
Like
call.
they get
Buddha.
backers, you know, once
Uh-oh,
you get
ace
a
queen.
tournament,
Yeah,
It's going to raise that up to 50.
yeah, because it alleviates a lot of the investment on their part and their risk, you know. And if they cash, that means they're getting money out of it. Yeah, most of those big tournament pros don't. Their buy-ins are never all their money. It's rarely there.
You watch these guys like Brad Owen, these other guys that do, you know,
Bucks.
had their own.
Buddha's going to raise
Yeah.
this up right into
They'll
D5
tell
with
you,
pocket
well,
queens.
even in these big cash games, they only had 80% of themselves.
Raise to
20%
110.
themselves.
So now a 3-bet to
That's smart. That's a
110.
good way to do it, especially if you got people around you that are.
And he might get
Also
two call.
probably
Oh,
gamblers that are,
thought Matt was going to make that call.
I don't even think Buddha's going to make the call.
Buddha doesn't make the call.
No, he doesn't like ace queen.
Yeah, if they're, that's extreme, but usually, more times than not, they're gonna have at least half of themselves. But if it's like a game, a big game that they never played before,
Smart though, probably.
yeah, no, like, I don't know if you ever heard Corey Eyring. He's a younger kid that's starting to get really popular, and he's starting to move up in stakes, so like he always gambles, that's his whole thing, is he gambles his net worth every time.
Wow.
And so he's playing at Hustler,
Gambles his net worth.
yeah, whatever, and he keeps
Yeah,
keeps
I
track
mean,
of it.
it's,
I mean, he's got sponsorships and stuff now,
Yeah.
so it's not like that's, but his, I would say his bankroll more than his net worth now.
Hell plan.
But he played in
At home in his
the live
basement,
stream, you know, 10 grand was, he had, I think, 15 grand total. I think only 6 of it was his. The rest of it he had backers. Yeah. He's a younger guy.
He calls people like Jason Summers.
Yeah, he calls other bigger streamers, friends, people that have money that
Like-
know.
Like Rampage, his
No,
vlog,
it's
when he
15.
started, he was playing,
His vlogs,
tiny.
his stuff's depressing.
1, 2,
Up,
down.
down, he's huge swings though.
Yeah, he's not the greatest player.
He's the picture perfect example of like a tournament pro. Like when
Three
he's
players.
gonna win a lot of money, but he's also gonna punt off a lot of his money too.
Yeah, he shouldn't
He's
play.
fearless.
He shouldn't play a cash game. That's
Well, I could play cash games, just don't play the $1 million games.
Got Bob and Kodiak hitting top pair.
There's a guy, Charles
Jack 6-8.
35.
He has a elite university. It's like a course you can take to be, on poker or whatever. And he'll have these vlogs where he analyzes these other guys. And, like Brad Owen.
Like their hands or?
Well, yeah, they'll watch them,
Yeah, like
he'll
Jonathan
take
Little.
one of their.
Oh, okay,
vlogs,
yeah.
And he recently did.
Bob in a commanding lead here is Jack with the 10 kicker.
And, he's like, oh, this guy's horrible.
Bet 75.
But who he does like is Hungry Horse. His
I honestly don't know who it is.
yeah, last name's Goon. Forget his first name.
The problem is Rampage has no difference between his tournament play and his cash game.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why he's not a great cash game player. He's a great.
Hard to do both.
He's
Yeah,
he's
it
a
is.
like tournaments. I mean, but like I said,
They're so different. I mean,
yeah.
that's why usually if you're a tournament pro, you don't play much cash because it's such a different game. Your chips are worth so much more in a tournament than they are cash,
That's why it's always good for the old ramp hunt.
Yeah.
Um,
I give him credit though. He doesn't.
Yeah,
Or when he does punt off chips, he doesn't like.
He had a nasty hand against Mariano the other night.
What is it, live stream?
Kodiak
Yeah,
senses
flop-
that
he had 10-7,
he was behind.
Mariano had
Makes a
king
good
jack,
lay down
flop
there.
was King 10-7.
Very tempting
Somehow
to try
they
to
both
make
got
that
it in
call.
for like 200 grand.
They both were playing that.
Yeah, they both got it in for like.
There's no business to give either one of them.
So all-knowing, eye in the
Yeah,
sky when you
and
get a
then they-
chance.
they
I know
got
we're
it in,
going to
ran
get a
it twice
request
to
here
Mariano,
one more time for
He
the
get a
profit
king on
and
one board
loss
and a jack on the other. Dude,
before
Mariano
we
really-
sign off
I was
tonight.
just gonna say that man runs a blessed life.
Yeah.
Because like even when his hunts they work out. Like I just feel like every
$3.
it's very rare he loses his big bluffs.
Yeah,
know,
Gibson
it's-
Nation,
it's
that's one of the
crazy.
reasons
I give him
Brian and
credit.
I
He
sitting
picks his
quietly
spots
listening
well.
to this
Even when it's
conversation.
bad,
It's a
he
good
comes up with
conversation
it.
about
Yeah, it's
poker,
crazy.
15.
Yeah.
about
Live streamers.
playing
No, yeah, he's-
professionally,
No, but like
playing
he said, even when he gets it in
Even if
bad,
it's
he
not-
still gets there.
Yeah, he's
you know,
like, he's a
100%
legitimately
professionally,
good
at least
player. Like,
playing.
I think he's one of the better ones.
the
out
approach
there,
that you're
for
going to
sure.
take if you're going to try to do this beyond just for fun.
Right.
Really?
85.
Oh yeah, when that's where he lives out there.
California.
Or is an actual
Yeah, he looks-
income
seems
source.
like
Yes, right.
Friendly, talkative.
Ace King of Clubs here. Nate had been quiet for a while, now waking up to a big
And he
hand. Buddha with
legitimately
Ace
impresses
King.
me a lot of his time when he plays.
My favorite is
Dad,
Garrett
Electric
House.
Dad here in an Ace King sandwich.
I wish he wouldn't have went for that.
Gonna get out of the way.
Blue thing, 'cause it really
Heads up.
took away like how much he's around.
What's that? Yeah.
He's a crusher. He's like the crusher of crushers.
Right.
He only plays at Valley now, and they don't really get
Check.
games
And they
going.
both hit an
Yeah,
ace.
does he even play any live streams
What'd you say?
anymore?
100 is the bet.
When they
There's
get
gonna be
random,
some
though, he doesn't
fireworks
play as often.
Right.
Ever
and a
since
chop
that
pot.
fiasco.
Jack 4.
Yeah, ever since Jack 4, he's been really. Which, I mean, from his
Seemed
perspective,
kind
if
of-
that happened to me, dude, I would think the same
Right,
thing.
yeah, I don't blame him.
She's not the type of person to be doing that.
Check
Not
and check.
close, you know what
Yeah,
I
she
mean?
tried to be like, oh, I just thought, he had.
If she would have said she misread her hand, that would have at least made it,
Yeah,
justifiable to me.
she didn't have anything, right? Like, just raw.
No, yeah, she said she had a bluff catcher. I'm like, do you?
Yeah, like even Jack High's not a bluff catcher. But, yeah.
No, I don't know how she could say it.
That's why, like, if it happened to me for that amount of money, I would think I got cheated.
Yeah.
She was obviously cheating.
Yeah,
No doubt.
I mean, I don't.
Especially considering what's his name has been.
You're not calling.
I don't know if she had
Out of
somebody in her
anyway.
ear or what, but yeah, like, you just called off like 100K or
Especially calling him.
Jack High. Yeah. Like, even if you think he's bluffing, you can't call him.
No,
Jack
yeah,
High.
you could say I know you have nothing, but yeah.
It's different if she had way more money and pushed
Jack
in or
had the
something.
type
That's a
that
little different.
actually blocks from the bluff.
Not the way.
Yeah,
it
she
doesn't
had
make
one
any
of the.
sense. She had a reverse blocker.
Yeah, she had the jack of clubs too, I think.
Yep, you were
Which
right.
blocked part of what
You were
she
right
wanted her
because
to
he
have.
made the
Right.
call.
So, like, it
Otherwise,
makes even less sense.
Buddha
That's why I
was
said she
betting
would've just
to
said
try
it
to
from
take
the
that
get-go.
down.
I misread my hand.
But this
that would
young
make much
man
more sense.
She double checks her hole cards and
makes the
calls.
call,
Yeah,
and
like,
they
I was
chop
like,
it up.
Yeah. If anything, it was good entertainment for weeks online on YouTube and
Didn't
stuff.
she give the money back to him?
She tried to, and he said no.
No, he took it.
Did he? Oh, I know she said she
I
tried.
thought
He did?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
why
didn't
the
know
hell
that.
would she offer it to him if she wasn't cheating?
He said it's the only, of all the stories he's heard of cheating, he's never heard of the person getting cheated ever getting their money back. So when she offered it, he was like, this may be my only shot to get my money back.
That's true.
Straddle on the button.
And it wasn't a small pot, so
$130,000.
yeah.
Why would she give it back? Just because he was mad about losing.
Yeah.
The only one reason.
Right.
She's guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. They showed side pictures of her. Shit was like vibrating and I mean, it's just weird.
Well, here's the thing that sealed it for me. There was
$10.
a guy that worked in the booth that could see the cards
It was like the
live.
one, yeah.
Later that evening, he went and took chips off of her stack,
Yeah. 10,000.
and she didn't press charges.
Nope.
Now,
And
why-
that guy got caught taking from other people too. That was like part of the whole reason.
He
he
just
got-
walked by and
Yeah, he was like,
During like a break, he walked.
yeah, he was, because they're, I mean,
Yeah.
a $10,000 chip is in play, and that, they
Yeah,
have, that's how
yeah.
big the chips are. They all
Three
take one
players.
off.
Yeah, all of it was super sus.
Wow, Bob.
You would know how much money you got.
Not when you have.
I guess if you're playing
Those
over
deuces
100K,
paid off.
like
The
200,000.
deuces, my goodness. D5 wants to see where he's at with his sixes.
bigger money in front of me like at a casino, I'll take my big chips off if I walk.
Houndhaven
Hustler wanted to
quickly
keep
gets
it
out of the
hush
way.
because they don't-
That- yeah, 'cause
Smooth
that
call
just adds
here
more
for
to it.
Bob,
It
as you can expect. Could be
Oh, yeah,
big
find out
trouble
people
if a
actually
6
cheat, you're
comes,
not gonna
but it's
play
the
it.
8 of
You're not gonna get
spades.
Any of that entertaining people, it's just gonna kill any chance of it being.
25.
You know who else is a really good player? He also has a stream. The guy that plays with Garrett all the time back in the day, that Asian guy. Andy
Stacks.
Andy Stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Super good player.
Oh, yeah.
Very
He's
smart
one of the
guy,
best.
very sharp person.
I thought you were gonna say me. I was like, I appreciate it.
I thought he was gonna say me.
Oh, yeah, Nikki, she's the best dealer here.
She's a crusher.
55.
She's only dealing so she can study.
But Andy and Garrett are by far the two best players that play on this live stream.
That's why when they always play together, but
Thank
now I don't think either of them play a hustler anymore.
No,
They both play at Bally's.
Tanisha's
Overall,
got
like Garrett is.
a new live stream going that looks really nice.
He lays a lot of.
They just opened up
Oh,
a
yeah, I
live
saw
stream
that.
studio for it. It looks really
That's the
nice.
Crazy thing.
Yeah, what's his name was on there? JRB.
Yep.
He must have serious control.
Who, JRB?
Yeah.